5 years later.
Alright, actually it's only been 4 days. It is now June 8th. At some point we will have a more functional calendar that is fantastical and descriptive.
Majestical.
I had a question.
Yes.
And I don't know if this was addressed last session. Were we provided special pay for the whole go escort Darther thing?
No.
Okay.
That was just our job.
That was just your job.
So that does not fall under special assignments?
No. And I don't think any of you guys picked up parts of ooze. So you don't have...
did.
Oh, you did? Okay, so we might be stopping by the bushy tail later. That would be interesting. Great. I did not plan for partial ooze bits.
It's okay, I just wanted to throw it at someone.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
By someone, she means she just wants to throw it at me, but that's okay.
Yeah, I lost the dagger to throw at him, so now I have to throw ooze.
Got it. Okay, so...
Ghost.
Sorry, what, Sarah?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so it is now June 8th. We'll start with Zelaerys because she's here.
Hi. I made it.
So, Zelaerys, since your last filmed adventure, when you were protecting a group of orphans in Gullsfoot, you, I believe, went back to the Stinking Lizard and made some connections there, but eventually just ended up deciding that you would dedicate the next bit of time towards caring for these orphans. So you found some menial jobs, you worked for a little bit trying to make sure that you could help feed and clothe them to a degree. And so for that, we're just going to use downtime rules for that and assume that you did work for either 1 week or 2 of the time that, because you had 2 weeks. Do you want to be working for 1 week and then doing something else, or working for both of those weeks?
I can work for both of those weeks.
Okay, so then let us... My computer
Those hours, man.
is going nuts. Okay, there we go. So, how would you like to earn money?
Oh.
Strength.
Great.
So athletics, acrobatics, a set of tools, performance.
Tap dancing.
Yeah.
I guess I will do, some kind of performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll me a performance check, please.
Okay.
2 of them, I believe. Okay.
And another one. Sorry.
Ouch. Okay. So.
Oh,
You did great. So the first week you managed to get the orphans just enough food to feed and clothe them. The second week seems to go horribly. A customer or someone in the Gullsfoot area, you're not quite sure who, has taken a dislike to you, and it seems that in the second week pretty much people see you, but despite the fact that they know that you're helping with these orphans, they're not necessarily approaching you. You're not making quite enough to... Basically, it's like you weren't there with the orphans at this point, except that you are an adult, physically present in their area.
Yep.
So, in translation, the first week you had a modest lifestyle, and the second week you had a poor lifestyle.
Yeah.
So.
Great. I
And
guess I'm used to that.
That is me before grad school and then after grad school.
Woo!
Ow.
I really hope that's not me before and after grad school, because that would suck.
Whoever's in charge of making memes, there you go. That's number one of the night.
In due time, sausages will return.
You suck, but that's okay. I'm so used to this. Oh, Jack wasn't there. No, Jack and Val wasn't there.
No?
I got the briefest rundown of the
So
sausages
we
thing.
were at breakfast last session, and Maria's like, and it's like this big, and he just put the whole thing in his mouth, and we're like,
Who did?
Jambus.
Jasper.
Oh.
Jasper
And Jasper.
ate a
Jambus
whole
is first.
sausage.
And we all sat there just looking at
Halflings,
Maria
man.
going, phrasing.
There's nobody doing phrasing anymore.
that.
And then there were disturbing videos in the Discord chat.
Yep.
Which are still there.
They are still there.
I'm gonna check those out later.
All right.
God damn it, now the Eat Like a Snake song stuck in my head. Thanks for that.
Yep.
See, that was about a 10-second story, but the conversation lasted about 15.
Yep. And it's all been saved to YouTube, I believe. All right. So on the night of June 7th, Zelaerys, as you're bedding down, you have brought your sleeping roll into this tiny little nook that the orphans have made in the walls. And you hear a clicking and a clattering. And just roll me a
Not
perception check really quickly.
Not again. Oh boy.
The orphan eating spiders.
Actually,
They're common in this city. That's why there's so many spiders. And so
Okay.
few children.
So few words.
as far as you can tell, it is a larger. I mean, you've beaten off rats before in the intermittent days. You've seen a couple of insects where you're just like, oh, I guess I have to kill these, and take at them with a broom that you managed to borrow from one of the cart owners around. But it hits you that there is no way that you can handle an infestation of this size. And so you spend the rest of the night sort of keeping watch as Joda and Abiad are sort of tossing and turning. It seems that in the last 2 weeks, they've sort of handed some of the reins for their group onto you. So, the next morning, you awaken bright and early. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. I would like to just kind of walk out of my little nook for a little bit and out of this area where all the orphans are staying, because I think I want to take a little bit of a break from
Right.
dealing with infestations. I'd like to go on a little walk.
All right.
Yes.
All right, and so as you go on your walk, you see the cart sellers in Gull's Foot. You see a shop with various potions and small animals, it seems, for sale. Over your time here, you've sort of learned that this is the Bushy Tail. And I believe we mentioned that you were going to try and find the rest of Squad 13, right?
Yes,
Okay.
we did. I'm going back to your message just to make sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And so just roll a quick investigation check for the fun of it to see how long it takes you to figure out exactly where they've disappeared to. Unless, did you guys leave a word for her? Letting her know where you'd gone?
Doubtful.
Yeah.
I don't know that
think
she
so.
exists.
All right.
I also don't know that she exists.
Yeah. Great. Okay, here we go.
It takes you from about when you wake up for about 2 hours to find out that Squad 13 has up and moved from the Stinking Lizard to the district of Pemulp, which is, let us move to the place where you can see these important things, since we now have an interesting map. But it seems that from Gull's Foot, which is right here, they have moved to the district of Pemulp and are currently working for a merchant named Jambus Darther.
For sausages.
For sausages and lots of gold.
So wait, are you saying the map is up
Mostly
right now?
sausages.
Yes, you should see it. Is everyone else
I don't
seeing
see it.
it? Make sure you're zoomed out enough.
I am. I also still see the turn order from the last. I mean, it's
Okay,
just James'
let's just show
pudding,
that. Are you still seeing turn order?
but turn order's gone, but I don't see the map still.
That's
I see the
weird.
map.
I see the map.
I see the map.
Oh,
It's
refresh.
a you problem. I'm sorry.
This sounds like a you
Mike's
problem.
gone forever.
They'll never be back ever.
I can't please everyone.
Alright, well, I guess I'm fucked because I still don't see it.
Are you sure you zoomed in or zoomed out?
I
The
am
little-
I
the little scroll one
am
on top.
wiggling this bar back and forth.
Okay, pan around and see where you are. That's so weird. I can group things? I can layer things?
Yeah.
That's the magical part about this thing is you can essentially like make Dwarven Forge looking maps in Roll20. That's why I love it so much.
Amazing. Yes, I am very basic in my usage of this.
Honestly, I kind of prefer
Same.
it basic. It's like because I'm a little basic. I don't know if you know that, but
Alright. So basically for Trindak, Pemulp is closer to the inner circle and the castle, and Gullsfoot is right next to the northern gate. Someone
Okay.
can take a screenshot for you and post it in the group me if you like.
Someday we will live in the nipple. Not be consigned to the outer edge of the areola as we
How
are.
could I have forgotten?
only only
If
royalty
only you
lives in the
had-
nipple. Come on.
Actually, yes.
The map before, the map before was like a hardcore nipple. This one's only mostly a nipple.
Yes, but that's the thing that you're missing is that every single medieval city in D&D that has ever been made is a nipple because that's just how they work.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They,
It's kind of
they sustain life.
it's just a circle within a circle. It's pretty
Yeah.
easy.
With the exception of King's Landing, which is just an entire boob. That's just what King's Landing is, in more ways than one. I'm gonna stop now.
Oh, he is smart. Okay. Alright, I've posted part of the map in the group me. It does not show everything, of course, because that would be too simple, but someone else can screenshot that. The comment,
Now I see it.
yeah.
The nipple, that is. I see that.
When I start my construction, I think that I will expand in this direction so that we can fill it out.
You can get
little
a full,
bit. You may get a
voluptuous
full-
city.
Oh,
A sudden ice storm hits Guavira and everyone dies. Good night, everyone.
You were well aware
please
this
say
was
it.
gonna happen. You were well aware of this fact.
Alright.
First, the sausages.
Alright, you find them in Pemulp. You show up at Jambus Darther's door. People are having lunch. You walk into, after getting past two guards that seem relatively normal and quiet, and, you know, once they hear you're a friend of Squad 13's, they take you right into the banquet hall, where, unless otherwise detailed, Jamra, Agate, Orentha, Trindak, who you have not met, and neither have you met Orentha, and a guard named Derm, or eating.
Oh, I forgot I was
lunch,
doing that. Hold on.
which consists of bacon and many other
Just
things.
bacon.
And no
That's
sausages.
Dang it.
Damn.
Oh. So that's not what was in that trunk.
This is not a balanced breakfast.
It's lunch.
This is not a balanced lunch.
No one gives a shit if it's a balanced lunch.
I fixed my map, by the way. I can see you now.
You're
Fantastic.
invisible.
Okay. Cool.
We can only have so much.
Alright, well, I
All right,
guess I
Jumbra,
can...
as you look up, you see a familiar druid walk in.
I do. How much do I know of what's transpired in the last 24 hours?
Nothing.
I know that I wasn't on the last mission. Okay.
Pretty much.
You were
I
just
mean, unless
vomiting
you
the whole
guys have.
time.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not been 24 hours. I assume that what happened last session you would have been filled in because it did happen like 4 days ago.
Okay.
And I'm hearing an echo, which means that OBS is hearing an echo of myself.
I don't know where the echo is coming from.
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
I hear a little bit.
I hear the echo. I would either assume it's Sarah or Ryan since they're the only ones without headphones or whatever.
Ryan
Nope,
has
I'm
headphones.
wearing headphones.
Ryan has
Oh, okay. Could be Sarah then.
It's a me problem. Hang on.
I have dealt with this issue before.
So, and did
What,
Nix
weird
end
one?
up joining our little
Yes.
crew, or is the greasy little bastard still out there?
As far as you know, Nyx has not been around
Okay.
since you dropped off the.
So all I know about this person is that they were one of the veiled people that I wanted to interrogate.
Correct.
They held Arentha up at knife point.
Yes.
They ambushed our group when we were bringing back the chest, and then his friends demanded a bribe from our employer in exchange for not stealing our stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
sums
going
it
to
up.
correct you,
Yeah.
but yeah, pretty
That's
much.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just read my account. It's 100% accurate.
That's what I read. That's where I'm getting all of this information. I assume Arentha ranted in Jamra's presence.
Yeah.
I
pretty
also
much.
like that you call me a sensible person as well.
Yeah.
It's really fun, sort of seeing character relationships develop within the write-ups.
Mm.
So
I think that's the best part of them.
yeah,
Really lets
So-
you expand the character.
it's really exciting.
I was so worried that Arentha was going to be the oldest person, but then it ended up being Trindak, so I'm very satisfied with that.
I am.
That may
I
be
am-
part of
You
it.
don't have to be the responsible one anymore.
I'm
Oh my God.
45, but that's still not an adult for a
Oh,
dwarf.
come on!
Yeah, he's like 5 in dwarf years.
That's actually kind of accurate.
Great. Well,
You're the group mom.
Rip.
You're basically middle-aged.
I'm the wine aunt.
Good.
I think that's just called alcoholism.
No, it's not that there isn't a group mom. Just Agate's the group older sister, even though she's the youngest, because she's the one who keeps packing lunch for everyone.
Well, we'll come back to that when she split it. When Zelaerys comes in, I will just nod my head to her, but will otherwise
gosh.
not
Sorry.
rise from the table.
Come in.
Oh, food.
Sorry.
Wait, what? Is Zelaerys apologizing or is this Val?
No, this is Val.
Oh, okay.
Val's food is here.
Okay.
No,
I will just.
I'm playing D&D with friends. Wait,
Val, push the mute button.
No,
We
this
can
is,
also-
this is
I'm
confusing.
I muted her for the sake of.
No, you didn't.
No, I muted her for the sake of the recording.
You did not mute her.
No, you didn't.
No,
We're
I
missing
muted her
Discord.
for me.
I think it's better not
Oh,
muting
okay.
her.
Oh, for
That's-
you.
That's better.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, so you guys get to hear all the fun stuff, but I am keeping the recording pure and safe from...
The recording is.
Lord preserve the recording. Gosh, given how many people watch these recordings on a daily, if not hourly basis,
We
it is
preserve
imperative
integrity.
that it be
Listen.
absolutely pure.
And as it stands, in terms of preserving the integrity of this recording, if you wanted to do that, you needed to stop us way before we got to the city. That was once we got there, it was gone.
Sorry, we'll be quiet.
Hello.
Oh, okay, one second. Okay, Val is now unmuted.
Sorry,
Don't
that was
apologize, you need to eat.
Okay.
Food is important.
My sister's gonna bring in some food for me, so because I asked her to.
Nice.
You
When
demanded.
Jamra sees Zelaerys come in, he will incline his head towards her.
I will.
He's probably just sitting at one of the long tables.
I will give a gentle wave, since I feel like I haven't really clicked with everyone in the squad yet, but I'm really happy to see everyone.
Yeah, so
I give
the
a
only two
gentle
people
wave to everyone.
the only two people you recognize are Jamra and Agate,
Yeah,
with the very
Hi,
miss.
Zelaerys. Did you have a good time?
it was. I wouldn't necessarily say good. It was interesting. I've been busy. There've been a lot of rats, but I'm okay.
I've been busy too. I'm learning how to write. And do you want to see my chipmunk?
You have a chipmunk. Cool. Oh. I actually think it's a little bit cute. And can I pet your chipmunk? Is that okay? I'm gonna reach out and try to pet the chipmunk and hope it doesn't bite me.
The chipmunk has very bright blue eyes that you don't think you've ever seen. Such
Why
bright
does your
blue
chipmunk
eyes.
look like that?
I don't know. It's just like that.
Huh. Did you name it?
His name is Jasper. Does Zelaerys have any rings on?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
That's fine.
Why?
That's it. That's all.
Okay.
So what did you do?
Well, I ended up bumping into some orphans. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are some little kids living in Gullsfoot just kind of by themselves. And honestly, I felt really bad. They've been living in complete poverty, and in a way I kind of know what that feels like. So I've been spending the past couple of weeks just trying to help them out. Come in. Oh my god. I hate you.
I rushed myself.
Just give me the food. Just stop. I hate you.
As Zelaerys
Everyone can
says-
hear you.
As Zelaerys says, just give me the food.
Cannon,
I
motherfuckers.
demand the
Here you
bacon.
go. You must be hungry. Here, just
Oh,
take it.
oh, thank you. What is this, bacon? I guess I like bacon. I'll eat this. Thank you.
Whoever I'm sitting closest to, I just lean in and I'm like, who is this?
I have no idea.
Can
Why
I
not?
overhear them?
Aren't you all friends?
I don't think we've met. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Zelaerys. Are you part of this little squad?
We're part of it.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. Well, I'm Zelaerys. What are your names?
I'm Arantha. Nice to meet you.
I'm
Hi.
Trendek. You can call me Trin or Dak or Trendek.
Cool.
Jackson.
I'm gonna call you Trindak. I hope that's okay. That's what I'm sticking with.
Sure.
How long have you guys been here? I had to search around looking for all of you. It took a little while.
About a week and a half or so.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
What have you guys been up to? What did I miss?
We have been hired on, and we are now more prosperous. It is quite nice. We have private bedrooms. That is better. Oh, Agate has been learning to read.
Have.
Yes,
But
I
also
agree.
that's funny coming from the guy who was sitting in bed throwing up or something.
Did you eat the sandwich I gave you?
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah, I used the sleeping bread because I thought it would make you feel better.
Ah, thank you. I appreciated that. Yes. I
That's
didn't
all.
know I would.
You roofied him.
Jabra has been out of it for the past 4 days.
Wait, so is it 4 days after the?
Yes, so June 4th was the last
Of last
thing,
year,
and
or is
then
it-
June 5th. And it finished
Okay.
on June 5th, and then you had June 6th, June 7th, and today's June 8th.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna time skip back when we ask people what they did during that time.
Yes.
Okay.
But
just
Zelaerys is
confused
walking
as
in
to
now.
Okay, I was just
Yeah.
confused. So it has
Well-
been 2 weeks.
Yes.
Well, Zelaris, if you don't want to live with the orphans anymore, I think there might be some open positions here if you want to rejoin your squad.
Well, that's actually, it's good that you say that, because it's not necessarily that I don't want to hang out with the orphans anymore. They're very nice, they're doing very well. But it started to become a little bit of a hassle. The place where they live, it's been through a lot. It's been very affected by rat infestations and insect infestations, and it's a little much for one person to handle on their own. I feel like I've gotten no sleep at all, just dealing with rats. I feel like I can hear their squeaks all the time, 24/7, and I
God.
wouldn't mind
That's
actually.
horrific.
That is horrible.
That sounds like the worst.
It's been a little rough, but I totally understand if you guys are a little bit busy. But I actually wouldn't mind if I had some help dealing with another infestation. If you guys are up for it.
As to kill the rats or the orphans?
Agate, what the hell are you talking about?
This child, she scares me sometimes.
Oh, I
good.
can't
Agate was
right
great
now.
fun.
The rats.
I'm putting that in the quotes. We don't even have a quotes page yet, but I'm making it.
Hey,
Do
well,
it.
that's good because I
Should be able
would.
to make like a journal.
I think I'd prefer to kill the rats personally.
Me too.
Of course you would.
That's very reassuring to hear.
So if you guys are up
Jeez.
for it, I wouldn't mind a little bit of assistance.
Sure. Do you need it now? Do you
It
want
doesn't have to be right
eat?
now. Oh, I'd love to eat. It's been a while. I think the orphans tend to go through a lot of food. This is probably the first time in a while that they've gotten consistent quantities of food. Yeah. So I will eat here. This bacon seems good.
After
sit
after
down.
we kill all the rats, we could cook the rats, and then they could eat them. That might solve both problems at once.
You know, that's not a bad idea. I've had a good amount of rat since living with the orphans. It's not great, but it keeps you full. So
We could
not a bad idea.
This seems to
we could
be
get a bunch of spices on the way there and bread and like make a whole feast of it.
That is true. I don't think we ever spiced our grilled rat. Sounds like a good idea.
I love everything about this conversation.
Hearing this, Arentha's gonna start taking scraps of the table and subtly.
Why not both?
subtly feeding them to Jasper. A lot of them.
God.
Just stuffing him full.
It seems as if the accommodations that you are living in are very unpleasant.
They're not great.
You are part of Squad 13, so you could, live here.
That would honestly be really wonderful if that's okay with all of you.
The man hired the squad, so this is the whole squad. As far as I understand.
Well, thank you. It's good to be back.
It is good
I
to
get
have you
to-
back.
Hope I get to know all of you a little bit better.
I'm sure.
I sit down and
Right,
I just
that'd be
proceed to
nice.
stuff my face with bacon.
Can you describe Zelaerys?
Yes. So I'm gonna try to remember everything that I said the first time I joined in. So Zelaerys is a little bit on the shorter side. She's like 5'3". She has very, very dark skin, but very long silvery hair. And very bright, almost icy blue eyes. She's a half elf. And I don't remember what I'm wearing.
Is she
But-
a drow descendant half elf?
No, she is
Okay.
not. She was trained by someone in her village. Yes. Yeah, that's
Oh,
me.
she's hot.
Where did Maria go?
I'm here.
He's got to
Oh.
reconnect. Sometimes.
I will reconnect.
Really cute.
Yeah,
I've lost both Agate and Zelaerys.
yes, that is what I was talking about. Oh, okay. No, you're fine. Thank you. Oh man, back, sorry.
So we eat.
So you
Yeah,
eat.
so we eat.
All right, and as you eat, did I mention we're just gonna have Ryan play Derm for now? Yes. Okay.
Wait, say that again. You cut out.
What?
Ryan is going to play Derm for this one. We'll
Okay,
just have
how many
him doing.
turns?
Derm is one of the guards.
Okay.
Oh, are you more than one person?
Right now I am, because
Ryan-
my actual character may not show up this time. I don't really know. That depends on you guys.
All right.
Yeah,
Difficult
so
life.
Ryan is kind of like a pick and choose. You can play this character this
You
time because
decide.
the character you first came up with isn't a part of the
Squad
spot
13.
yet. So,
Yes.
well, that depends on you guys. So,
So
I
I'm
would like to
guessing we
say
just.
that in this entire conversation, Durham has been sitting, eating, minding his own business, and every now and then glancing across and diagonally over the table to where Arentha is, because he's sitting on like the diagonal opposite side. Like, effectively as far away from Arentha as he can get, but every now and then he's just like looks over the corner of his eye.
All these guards are weirdos.
You go through a D&D game playing an abrasive bald lady, and this is what you get.
Every time.
Oh.
Every single time. If you play that character, you will get hit on by NPCs. It is unavoidable.
I didn't mean
They have a
to, but
type.
you're the only
I
adult.
want to get to know
Considering-
some of the other guards and make friends.
Considering I'm assuming I'm sitting next to Arantha since she answered me first about who that was, I'm gonna assume that like every now and then I also just like glance at him and like make awkward eye contact.
Oh,
Jack,
you do that and he
Jack.
drinks it quickly and like goes back to like just eating, pretending like he's just minding his own damn business.
Does Trindak think Durham is looking at him?
Jack, please wink at Durham.
Jamra is only here to make catty remarks.
Zelaerys is here for the bacon. And lots of it.
I thought you were here to get help.
And bacon.
I don't see how one is different than the other.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
Zelaerys, are these infestations that you have, normal rats and mice and crawlies, or are they more vigorous creatures?
Like orphan-sized rats.
They are not orphan-sized rats. They're pretty normal-sized rats, but
Oh.
they do tend to be a little feisty. They tend to come in almost every night. I don't know what they're looking for. Food,
So it seems that
stay out of the cold, but there's a lot of them.
it seems your real problem is not so much the rats then as it is the holes in the wall.
That might be true.
There are
Will we
didn't
solve
think
this
of
with
that.
carpentry? Are we going to solve this problem with carpentry?
That seems like it would make more sense. There are many rats in the city. It's a big city.
Trindak is proficient in mason's tools.
Hey!
That's
Aw.
amazing.
Honestly, maybe the better solution here is in the afternoon, Trindak goes over there with some grout and
He can't do that all himself. He needs some help.
I'm just saying, sweeping out the rats does not say epic adventure to me.
I'll go help you with the rats, Zelaerys. Sorry, Jamra's being a jerk.
That wasn't in character.
Oh, really?
It was in character.
Sorry, Jack is being a jerk.
I'm being the jerk. Very important distinction.
Is it though?
But Jamra will suggest that the proper thing to do is just fix the wall.
Well, if all of you are up for a little bit of a rat challenge, I would really appreciate the help, whatever you have.
A rat battle.
A rat battle, if you will.
Maybe an epic rat battle of history. Durham says in between bites of what I assume, I don't even know what he's eating, but he's eating something.
Sausage.
He's the only one with sausage.
He's eating sausage.
Where did you get that sausage?
He thinks about saying something, then he just kind of shrugs and goes back to eating.
Hey Durham, can you offer me your sausage?
I mean, you can have half of it if you want.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not enough, never mind.
Out of character, Mike, I love you so much.
The feeling is mutual.
Well, shall we be off then? If this is something we need to take care of, best to get it done early in the day. Get on to other more important matters.
You keep the kids safe.
That would be amazing.
All right, Arenta, you
I
have
would
enough
appreciate
sausage,
all
right?
doing that.
What?
You've had enough sausage today? You ready to go?
Not nearly.
I think Durham has some
Oh,
more
that's
sausage
what-
if you want it.
Hey, Germ.
Oh Lord.
Okay, he looks over, and he is red-faced. I mean, like, full-on, just blood going to his face, just ruby red. Like, almost cartoonishly so.
I'll trade you that sausage for an epic adventure. Do you want to come with us and kill some rats and rescue some kids? You can only come if I can eat your sausage.
Oh, Ryan's gonna take a moment to process this. Oh boy.
It just has to be this much of it.
Durham's like, I want kids. I mean,
So Durham is trying really hard to play this off like there's nothing going on here, and he is failing masterfully.
Well,
But he says,
make a deception check.
"Oh wait, shit! I don't have a character sheet for this guy. Hold on, I need to go back to my other character sheet to see." Because Maria, we're using the stats we agreed on for this guy, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I have a tornado.
Performance you're going for?
Would you say it's
Deception.
performance or deception? Because I was thinking performance first and then deception second.
Performance could definitely work for that. I'll go for it.
Okay.
That's straight D20 roll. That's an 11. That's about average. It's about how he's doing right now.
Okay.
He just says, "Sounds fair enough to me." Cuts off the part that he bit into and then just passes the plate.
It goes hand in hand through multiple people, Orentha, because before it gets to you.
I hold on to it for a little longer than everybody else did, and then give it to him. Because I look at it sadly.
I just whisper over to Trendak, I'll save some for you. And then I eat the sausage.
Out of character, you'd better.
And now we made
Jamis just looked at Trendak and goes, or not Jamis. Durham just looks at Trendak and goes, "You know, if there is more sausage if you want some. Like there's not.
I don't need your sausage, alright, Durham.
Not even my sausage. It's Jambus's sausage."
Don't give a crap. You can shove off.
All right, fair enough.
Are you ready to
The
go?
most sensible.
Hmm?
Yes, fine, Jamara. I will eat most of the sausage. And then palm it to Trendak and we can go and kill some orphans. I mean rats.
Before we go, I'd like to make sure. I'd like to clarify any confusion that there might be before we leave. We're definitely killing rats, and not the little tiny orphans.
Aye.
But you only get to come if you understand the distinction. If you do,
Right.
let's go. Let's do it.
What about the orphan rats? How do we tell if the rats are also orphans?
What if we orphan the rats?
It's a good point that we can't kill them, so we have to kill them first and then kill their parents.
Yeah.
Zelaerys just gives the biggest sigh. Just like
Durham's looking
just
a
like
little
4-second sigh. And it's just like, these are my friends now. I will be okay with this.
So
Trindak moves to like initially being disturbed to finding this funny.
the drama just tries valiantly to right the ship of state.
Durham's just looking like he doesn't know Agate that well.
Says,
He's just like real confused and a little bit concerned.
so Zelaerys, to clarify, this is a charitable endeavor, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
There is no, unfortunately, there's no payment for this. These are orphans. We don't have much.
We will apply
but
for a deduction for the time.
fair makes sense.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Before you head out, are you checking in with Jambus before you leave?
Are we on duty?
Dice roll. No.
Nah.
Okay.
He also pretty much just said lay low, right? Like, just hide the chest and don't
Oh, no
do
one told me.
much.
We have the chest hidden, Jamra.
Don't you worry, Armor, we got it.
No one told me the lay low thing.
Oh.
I've been out doing stuff all week.
Yeah, we can. Should we just address what you guys were doing this week? Other than.
Sure.
Okay, so Jamra, you were. Let's just go down the line.
Starring in a new Broadway production. No.
Okay. Broadway. Agate, your turn.
Perform. I can do it.
So what were you doing, Jamra?
I wanted to attempt to sell spellcasting services. Given the rather paltry sum that I achieved last time, I was hoping that I'd have a better small scale low volume sales of high value goods would do me better. Especially since I had already
volume of high value. Is that what you said?
essentially
Okay.
I have a limited number of spells. People pay a lot for magic, but I have a limited ability to make use of the marginal value of goods right now because
Okay.
I have a limited capital.
So,
Yeah, I saw the downtime rules for spellcasting services.
okay, the one thing is that we've only had half a week so far, but you know what? We'll just assume for now. We'll just bend the rules a little bit because I actually want to see what you come up with.
We've had what?
We've only had a half week of downtime.
Oh, this
Since-
is by day.
Oh, is it? Because I thought it says a week.
Where are you seeing?
I'm
seeing
looking
it.
at downtime activities selling a magic item. Are you looking somewhere different?
Oh, I was looking at selling magic item. I was looking at selling spells, but we can use the selling a magic item rules.
Oh no! If you're finding selling spells, let's do that. I'm just
it's
not seeing it.
I found it in the Adventurers League player's guide.
Okay, you can send me that after. I trust you to roll what you need to roll.
I can just post the
Oh,
chart.
fantastic.
It doesn't explicitly state what the deal is, so I assume that you would just figure out what
Okay.
What the sort of demand might be. And I essentially Jamra was finally at the point of having utterly debased himself in so many different ways, as was explained in the summaries, that he was finally ready to begin the final indignity of actually selling wishes.
Oh God, that's great. Okay. Can you just give me? There we go. Okay, found. I think.
Yeah, so there's
It's
a
the
chart
s-
there
it's
which
the
sort of roughly corresponds to
Is that the spell? Okay, I'm not finding the chart yet. That's what it is.
page 11.
Page 11. Found it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm not certain that, like, I can sell my entire volume of slots a day. In fact, I would be very surprised if I could, but figured I would see what sort of demand there was.
Okay. Do you want to advertise this in any way, or just sort of go around and door to door type thing?
I don't know how restrictive. Like, would it be possible for me to just set up a little stall in the marketplace, or would that be outside the confines of my current restriction?
I'd say as long as you're not doing it every day, you could probably, you could probably skate by on the first day, and then if you kept doing it, people would start checking in, and you'd probably know that, but pop-up stands do happen.
Okay.
And so as long as you're quick, as soon as you see a member of the Tranquil Guard to bring it down, we can do that.
Great. And I can switch to a door-to-door and go into different shop keeps.
Yeah.
Like after, so like do the pop-up stand, trying to make a little bit of a name, and then switch over to more direct sales.
Okay.
Well, before Jomra left to make his pop-up stand, Agate came to him and he's like, "Hey, I heard you are gonna open a business, so you might need some paperwork. So I made you some."
It's so cute. Is it like done in crayon?
What is it like? What does it look like?
It's a piece of paper and it says, "Running this stand, and Jomra can run this stand. You should leave Jomra alone."
It is
signed. Get.
It's written using the letters.
It is misspelled.
It's horrible.
You've had like a quarter of the amount of time you need to actually learn to properly read, so.
Jomra,
and there's not quite any punctuation, but.
His heart warms and he just says, "Oh, thank you, Agate," and he gives her a big hug.
Aww.
It's so cute.
That's sweet.
And takes it and carefully folds it and puts it in a safe place in the jacket. And anyone with a keen eye would actually see that he actually has a little bit of tears in his eyes.
What a heartwarming story of love and affection.
His heart grew 3 sizes.
I think Agate is my favorite character.
Oh yeah.
It's a wide vacillation between adorable child to murder monster, and I love it so much.
I know. That's what I'm going
It's an
for.
87-year-old angry father.
Oh my god.
Oh. That's amazing.
It was so specific.
I just can't wait until we start seeing more of Agate's patron.
Agate is Arya if Arya didn't lose her childhood innocence. Like, it's kind of great.
But you don't know. There's some dark shit.
Yeah. I suspect that 60% of Agate is for show.
Oof.
I don't know.
Oh no, is it Jester? Oh no!
Alright, while you all are chatting, I'm gonna run and do a bathroom break really quick. Before we start the pop-up stand.
On Agate.
Everyone else should figure out what they've been doing the past 3 days.
Ah yes, the undead chipmunk is the good influence.
Is it actually undead?
Yes.
It is undead.
Yeah.
It was a stuffed chipmunk that she animated.
Got it from a taxidermist.
And it has. So you literally just have a White Walker chipmunk.
Well, so it's kind of unclear. So it was dead, but I didn't know how magic worked, so I wasn't sure it was dead, and then it became alive. So as far as it's concerned to me, I think it's alive and has always been alive.
So
I don't know
you
what
have
the
a
rest
White
of you
Walker
think.
chipmunk.
She tried to use find familiar on a taxidermy chipmunk, and I think her patron converted it into a little bit of animate dead.
Her patron looked at that, looked at Agate, looked at that, looked at Agate again, that one more time and said, "You know what? I'm gonna give this one to you." Boom.
Yeah.
Agate is basically Jesus.
What is everyone doing during their 4 days?
I am. Trindag is going around. So, in that battle that we had with the ooze, that was actually the first time that Trindag had like straight up seen people use magic. Because he grew up in isolation pretty much. So he's only like heard of people doing that. So he's like gonna go around just like seeing if there's people who do it for show. You know, just stuff like that. Like people doing impressive stuff that he hasn't seen before.
Nice.
I like the idea of him going to a magic show that is actually just like a guy doing tricks.
Not even real magic.
And thinking, whoa!
Like, are there more quarters behind my ears? I must be magical.
How do the rings come apart?
Where did those cards go?
That totally needs to go into the write-up. Today I saw real life magic.
Definitely. I did include it in the last one. I did say seeing Serenixia and Agate use burning hands was a sight to him.
Yeah. I noticed it, but I guess I was going through quickly because I was simultaneous. I just kind of was making sure, because I'll do like a skim just to make sure that we don't have, which I will probably stop skimming altogether and just read it straight through. But I was planning for this session, so I was like, skim quickly, give XP, back to planning.
Yeah.
Which thankfully we're not using that much material right now because everyone's having fun. Okay, Jamra, so I see your spellcasting services thing. I guess let's just do a overall persuasion. So which, are you just selling any wish kind of thing, or how were you thinking of working this?
My goal is to essentially is to open with, to my shame, the catchy, your wish is my command, I can do all of these things, because I can, once an hour essentially I can fish up a spell that I don't know, as long as I have a spell slot free. So my goal is to start with the shame and build up to bespoke spellcasting to fit your needs.
Nice.
You're gonna have to get business cards printed. Oh my god.
I can make a business card tomorrow for you.
Okay. You should do that. Okay, so let's just do a persuasion check, and then I guess for right now, because you only have access to first level spells.
First and second.
First and second.
I'm level 3.
I have no idea how to really price those beyond what's on that table.
There is a formula that was extrapolated. Okay. If you would like me to send you that formula.
Yes. Or you can just, yeah, definitely. Please, all of this information. But
I don't know if they do exponents in this chat, but I'll try.
You can also just regularly message it to me, and then if it takes too long, we can just move on and come back and say that you're setting up the stand physically.
I have it.
Oh, okay.
I put in the caret for the exponent.
Yes.
For the second.
Where did you send it? Sorry.
It's in Discord.
Oh, Discord. Okay. I have so many different potential messaging options right now that
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
Also, quick question. Does Agate's paperwork give him advantage or disadvantage on the persuasion check?
that depends on whether or not he chooses to show it.
I think it depends on who he shows it to.
Yeah.
Like guard who's the father of 3, maybe it'll work out.
That's true.
Inspector Javert.
I've heard these
Alright.
explanations every day for 20 years.
Okay, we're just gonna do. I have no clue how to use this right now. We're going to roll something random and then we will finalize it better for next time because I am sure this will become a regular thing as long as you can get paperwork. So, persuasion check, please.
Okay.
And you said you have level 1 or 2?
I have 2nd level and 1st level spells. 23 on the persuasion.
Dang, look at that charismatic
Great.
guy.
And then the first customer comes up wanting a 1st level spell of indeterminate type that you may come up with later on your write-up.
Okay.
I have not played spellcasters enough to know them by heart.
Sure.
And given that, all of this mathematics, and then we'll fudge something really quickly for that.
You need help moving shit, so you need to get Tensor's floating disc up and running.
Oh, he's moving house. That makes sense.
Okay, so what you sent me was the base level price, correct?
Yeah, what I sent you the formula, so it's
Okay, and then, alright, so on your first one you managed to sell for 37 gold.
okay.
Given my rough understanding of what is happening here.
Okay.
And then you may, as you're doing that, a guard passes by. Just roll me a quick sleight of hand check to see if you can get if you can look nondescript enough.
Okay.
Wait, why does he need to look
Would that be-
nondescript?
Because he's technically operating an illegal pop-up shop.
Right.
Because I'm selling untaxed cigarettes.
To minors!
Would it be sleight of hand or disguise?
Disguise is even better. Fantastic.
Okay. What stat does that use?
Charisma.
Okay. 22.
Fantastic. Passes right by, sort of nods to you. Keeps walking. And do you want to try and sell something else after that first day, or I mean during that
yeah.
first day, or?
I mean, I'll keep doing it as much as I can, and just like make sure I stash the loot,
Okay.
and so I don't get everything confiscated.
Okay. And then, so let me just see really quickly. I'm just gonna roll a die between 1 and 3 to see how many more you managed to sell 3 more over the next 3 days.
Fantastic.
And then, so 4 spells total. So one was 150%. Roll me 3 more charisma checks really quick.
Okay.
And we'll see how much that is. 2, and
Oh,
then,
thank God. 19, 15, 24.
Okay. And so that's 2 second level spells and 1 first level spell, not necessarily in order. I will take a picture of this table that I'm writing right now.
Okay.
So that's 100% of base price. I'm just sort of cobbling this together with what I've got already.
Sure.
Just looking sadly at my fist.
And 150%. You have enormously good luck, my friend.
Brenta, you have a skill that I don't, though. You get to be awake for the end of combat encounters. I have a special kind of narcolepsy.
Joy,
that
I
comes
get
from
to
being hit about the
patch
head.
you up.
Oh, that's amazing.
I-
Consumed materials. We'll just say that that's... So, consumed materials was 2. This is 1. This is... Did you send it twice?
I sent it twice.
Oh, shoot. Do we have a... Is that a carrot? Wait.
It's a carrot.
Oh, it's the level squared.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm... Okay. I am going to finish rolling all of this later. I have your checks. I will tell you in a
Sounds
little
good.
bit.
Sounds good.
The math became so much more complicated, and what the first spell that you got 37 gold for will probably not be 37 gold because I misread what you were saying. But
Okay.
rest assured, it will be okay. And I now have a way to randomize this, and I'll maybe make a tool and actually just have it right away, and you can just tell me what you're doing and roll it yourself and figure it out after. Okay. With that, moving on, Jamra makes a small fortune.
jeez.
That's all right.
Agate, what were you up to the
It's all going to
past...
be invested in lumber futures.
Of course. What were you up to the last 3 or 4 days?
So one day I'm gonna go down to the beach
Okay.
and I'm gonna find a nice little quiet spot that's kind of nice and hidden. Take just the chest out of Jasper and open it.
Okay.
Dang it.
You first realize that the chest is not really... I mean, it's a large chest, and thankfully you find a quiet enough place on the beach where nobody can see you. And you realize that it can't quite be unlocked, so you're going to have to make me a sleight of hand check, or dexterity check, sorry. And if you have proficiency with thieves' tools, you can add that proficiency.
Don't think I do, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna make a sleight of hand or dexterity.
Dexterity. Sorry, it was dexterity.
Dexterity. Where is the dexterity? Oh, there it is.
That's a save.
I'm sorry. Here, wait, where is
Me
it?
every time I play.
Click on the number. So when you look on the right-hand side and you see all the modifiers and stuff, to click on that word, dexterity.
Ah.
Wait, but it's the same. It's the same addition. So I'm gonna be kind.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord and Savior.
Yeah. No, I wasn't sure, but like get in the habit of doing dexterity checks since it's the same modifier. There's no point in changing it. So as you open it, you see a... trying to figure out how to explain it. It basically looks like a large collection of very fragrant, dried and pressed flowers.
Okay.
They are sort of... It seems like they used to be white. They're now sort of a paper yellow.
Okay, I'm gonna pick one up and sniff it.
As you sniff it, you feel an urge to tell Jasper everything that's on your mind.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Okay. How many of these flowers? How many of the flowers are there in the box?
It's pretty much like layer of flowers, paper over, layer of flowers, paper over, layer of flowers, paper over. Not so that they're smushed, so it looks like there's a lot, but as you continue looking, you recognize that it's more like just multiple layers. So there is a lot in there, but it's not like it's stuffed full of these things.
Like,
Wait,
what order?
repeat the end of that?
Yeah.
So it basically, like, they're no longer pressed. There's sort of air and layers between them. So it's not like you have this tank of paper that's carrying flowers. It's more like it's like so if you think of an accordion, the accordion's not pressed together. It's sort of apart.
Okay, I would like to look at the first and second layer of flowers. Do they have the same number of flowers?
Yes, roughly. I mean, pretty much they're placed however they fit, and so any changes are more due to the geometry of the actual flowers.
Roughly the same, but not the same.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to carefully go through the box, and I am going to take...
As you're doing this, I will request that you roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh no.
Winging this.
You are now going to speak everything that's on your mind out loud as you are collecting these flowers. How many flowers would you like to collect?
Like, wow, these are some really nice flowers, aren't they, Jasper? Okay, I'm gonna get 5 flowers, and I'm gonna take 5 flowers, and I am going to hide them in my deepest pouch clothes, and I'm gonna fold them up all really nice, Jasper, and like only you and I are gonna know where they are. And then I'm gonna close the chest.
Okay, are you locking it back? Okay, awesome. And I assume Jasper's re-swallowing this chest? Okay.
And then I'm willing to say, like, hard enough to know that something's up with them. You know what I mean? And so
Yes.
I'm gonna wait at the beach until I feel perfectly all the way back to normal before going home.
Okay, that takes about an hour.
That's fine. I'm gonna build a great sandcastle and narrate the entire thing.
Fantastic. Zelaerys, we covered your downtime. Orantha, what were you up to the past couple days? Oh, Agate, were you spending any time learning to read?
I think as Jamra, like, gets less sick, I'm gonna bother him to teach me to read.
You are or you're not? Sorry, you cut out.
I am.
You are.
I am.
Okay. So add 2 more days to, I believe, the 8 that you had already.
10 days. Okay.
All right.
I just really hate the letter C. I write C all the time, and I hate the letter C. I'm writing it now.
You know, it's always fun to draw as like the letter G. I don't know why. It's just one line, and the letter G is like 2 lines. It's technically 3 lines, depending on how you look at it. But it's more fun because you get more practice actually drawing the letter. Okay,
Yeah, exactly like that. While he's like trying.
Good agate, Derm. All right, Orantha, sorry.
Okay, I'll try to zoom through this. I would like to get a new short sword because mine got hurt by the blob.
You could also attempt
fuck.
to get it fixed.
Oh, I'll get it fixed then. That's probably cheaper.
Okay, let us.
Yeah.
The short sword cost in D&D Beyond is 10 gold. Which is
Jeez.
ridiculous. But
It's worth its weight in gold.
broken economic system.
Actually, let me find
also
because.
like to do the same if possible.
Absolutely, it is very possible. We are going to make it possible. Because a certain awesome human that has all of the things told me that there was a better... So short swords are... Of course, I have no idea how to... Okay, guess it's 10 gold. And then we'll just take the cheap version of that because you're getting it fixed. And roll me a persuasion check to see how far down you can haggle it. The repair.
I'm not very charismatic,
You don't
but
have...
I'm even dumber. Okay.
Okay. That ends up being... Hold on, because now, like, I can just modify all the downtime rules to my own nefarious ends.
It's a pretty easy to adapt system.
What are you modifying to your own nefarious ends?
The
Economy?
downtime rules.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And while you're looking this up, I would also like to buy a dagger.
Go ahead.
With a handle that has a reddish-brown stone on it, if I can find it.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check for that one.
Oh god, she has a new dagger. I gotta be careful.
God, I'm so dumb. Gosh.
But you hit fast. You hit quick. That's fine.
I do.
Okay. I am going to say that for the short sword, its reparation costs, you end up having to pay 8 gold.
That's fine.
Which is absurd, but I'll fix it possibly later, at a later date, if you ever run into an ooze again. I love that it keeps changing that. And then the dagger ends up being...
Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
I have no idea what you're doing either.
It's the gear symbol is what opens it up so you can change it.
Yeah, there's just a huge lag because my computer doesn't like doing 2 things at once.
Oh, mine has like 10 tabs open, all related to just this. I should close Spotify because I can. OBS, like 6 different things open. Anyway, the dagger is going to be 3 gold.
Okay. So that's a total of 11 gold.
Correct. But you are now perfectly outfitted. Derek is coming in about 20 minutes.
Okay. I would like to find agate.
Okay.
On an afternoon.
Okay.
I will, I don't know, knock on her door.
Well, I will have... I've been teaching Jasper how to open the doorknob. There's like, I tied like a string to it.
Oh, okay.
And to pull it. So Jasper opens the door.
I imagine I don't see this and the door opens and I see agate sitting across the room.
Hi, Arenta.
Hi. So after everything that happened with the failed interrogation, I wanted to give you this, and I pull out the dagger with the brown and red stone on it.
Oh my goodness.
I thought it looked kind of like an agate. I have to admit, I don't know what it looks like. I know it's a rock. But I think every young woman in a city should learn how to defend herself. So if you don't know your way around this, I would be happy to teach you. And she will hand over the dagger.
Oh, thank you so much. I would love to learn how to kill people better.
Okay. I was going to start with some defensive moves, like getting out of grapples.
Oh, okay. That's useful too.
Have you heard of the sing method?
Oh.
That's a miscongeniality reference, if anybody knows that.
Yeah.
I remember. I just don't remember.
Okay. So I would like to teach agate how to get out of grapples and fight off people for long enough to get away, and I will teach her how to kill people. But just a little bit.
Doesn't she already kind of know how to kill people?
What was that?
Doesn't she kind of already know how to kill people?
Yeah, I want to know how to kill people more.
But not the rats.
Of how to kill
So
people.
wait,
We keep the rats alive.
What has Agate been using as a weapon?
She's
Eldritch Blast.
What?
Pew pew.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay, I see.
okay. Trindak, what have you been up to in the past 3 days?
Yes, well, so aside from the performances that I'd like to search out, the magic and all that.
Yes.
I would also like to repair my great axe.
Okay, you should also make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. It is bad. Because I don't know what haggling is.
Well, in that case, you're gonna pay full price for a repair. That's, you said great axe?
Yeah.
That's 30 gold.
Yep. You gotta stay true to character.
I'm imagining that, like, you go into the blacksmith shop and it's really, really, really small. So the guy's like, 30 gold, you're like,
Like, 30 gold, alright. There you go.
The underground blacksmith.
Okay. And then,
Go through the little local cave.
Ryan, we've discussed what you did outside of this.
Yes,
So.
I would like to say, however, just because it's fun, that if Arentha is like out and about during these 4 days, there is at least one day when you're pretty sure you see Nyx watching you, but you're not entirely sure, because by the time you make it over to where you thought they were, they're gone.
Fucking cryptic little bastard. That definitely happens.
So much, it's gonna be great.
Are you, wait, did you say you're going to actually follow her often, Ryan?
There's only one day, and it's less following her so much as making her aware that Nyx is around and watching.
It's like leaving a little
Maybe.
letter for her. I'm watching you with you.
No, it's not. No, it's not that.
No, cut out from newspapers. Zodiac
Arenta's
killer
walking
type
around,
shit.
looks over. Fuck, was that Nyx? Runs over and there's no one there.
Orentha, make me a wisdom saving throw.
It's okay, you're a monk, you're good at these.
Yeah, but it's also point buy, so everything sucks.
Oh, come on, it's everyone sucks equally. That bastard.
Next!
I'll get you for this, Kim Possible. I don't remember the actual quote. I just remember
I'm
it was
so
good.
happy. Thank you, Maria, for this. This is amazing. I'm so pleased.
No, like, she's not... Okay, if you get a natural 1 on any of these, and if this keeps continuing, it'll get... The DC will go up. But if you get a natural 1 on these, you get pretty paranoid. Pretty much. And how you choose to play that is yours.
I think she's a relatively paranoid person to begin with.
Okay, so you haven't failed yet, so now you're just, like, still regularly angry. However you want to play this is fine. I just want to let you know that if you start failing this, eventually...
You're regularly angry, or just regularly, irregularly angry?
I have no idea. Why do you expect me to know what I said?
It's the same amount of anger, but she does a lot of quick turns. Just to see if she can catch anything.
Fair. Okay.
I also wanted to ask Agate if I could see the chest, but Sarah's gone, so it's okay.
Okay, we can deal with that later, because there's a couple of different things there. So, all right, you're heading off to Gulfsfoot to locate the giant rats and or insects.
By the way, do I actually find any magic shows?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Roll me a wisdom check. These are so magical. You walk away thinking there are coins in your ears.
There are what?
Coins in your ears.
God damn. Awesome.
It's a good dwarven blood.
I bet people are actually able to just pull handkerchiefs and multiply them and you resolve
I'd
to
like
learn
to
the
think
skill.
that I found both what I wanted and not what I wanted, and because of that, that's why I got convinced that the coin thing is real.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, cool.
All right. We're heading off to find
Jamra's off vomiting
insects.
again.
Jabra's off vomiting again. Jabra is having a deep stomach bug that won't go away. Oh no, I lost. Hold on. Did nobody say anything important? Okay, here we go.
So we need to talk currently about all of the important things. Oh, damn it.
I just went to turn the light on. Okay. Alright. You walk through Gullsfoot. Through to Gullsfoot. Nothing really occurs. We're going to do a quick scene change. You arrive, because Derek might show up in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to say that Cyrenexia said she'd catch up with you guys. If Cyrenexia doesn't show, Cyrenexia got very, very lost and or fuming at something on the way. If Cyrenexia does show up, great. So, as you arrive in Gullsfoot and Zelaerys takes you all towards the twists, turns, you see the bread cellar, you see the bushy tail, you note that you're starting to get closer and closer to the gate where, which is closer to the district of Hearthfire, which isn't really a district, it's just sort of closer to the docks and the beach. And you recognize parts of the area, but Zelaerys, you take them pretty much the straightest path you know how to the House of the Orphans. Of course, with your dodging and twisting and turning just to make sure you aren't necessarily followed exactly there. And as you arrive, Agate, you see a young girl roughly your age, if not a bit older, whose face seems to be freshly washed. There's a young boy that really is about your age, and then about 9 other children that as you duck into this hole in the wall, you realize all seem to be looking at Zelaerys as if she's rescued them. They all sort of crowd around her, wanting to know what she's been doing, where she has been the whole day. They're showing her pictures and that they drew into the ground with a stick. And those of you more inclined to do this, look around and sort of see this place is dark and dank, and it seems like it's cheering up just because of everything that it seems like Zelaerys or some other adult has brought in. There happen to be slightly better blankets. They're not quite as torn. Some children do have more torn blankets, but overall it's... And Zelaerys, you know this, it is looking so much more homey than when you first got here. And one of the children sort of pipes up and says, "We heard that weird scratching noise again."
Yeah, I heard that too. But don't worry, I brought some friends with me this time. This way we can get rid of the weird scratching noises a little bit faster. So hopefully we don't have to worry about that for too much longer.
And
I gesture.
Some of the kids sort of become suddenly shy. Like, up till now it's sort of been just the excitement of seeing Zelaerys. And now as they notice the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... well, because I always have to skip myself. As they notice the other...
carrying weapons and...
carrying weapons and shields, and some of you significantly taller than any of the children.
My axe.
And my bow.
And Trindak's axe and Orentha's bow, they sort of get really shy, and the smaller ones start crowding around and behind the younger ones. And
I gesture to them and I'm like, it's okay, everyone. These guys are okay. Or mostly okay. I only have kind of met 2 of them, and the other 3 are just kind of here. But they've helped me out before. We've sort of met, and I think it'll be great having some more hands, some stronger people to get rid of the noises. So it'll be fine. Don't worry, I'm here.
As like we've entered the space and she's giving the speech, I like walk in. I'm trying really hard to hide my tail. I put my like hood over my head and like pull my sleeves down because remember I'm like all like
Blotchy.
blotchy, yeah, and I'm like just trying to be as small as possible.
Blotchy?
Yeah.
I don't think I remember that detail.
If you look at pictures of her, but she's like
yeah,
blotchy.
Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
Nice. So what first?
Hello, orphans.
Hello, rat.
No, that's not. They're not the rats.
No, these are the children. These are children. These are the orphans I was talking about.
Joda looks at you, Zelaerys, like, who have you brought into our home?
I look back at her, and my vibe gives off, I'm not really sure, but I'm going with it.
Hey, Agate.
What?
Is there a way to get things out of Jasper, or do we have to kill him?
Well, you can if you ask nicely. If you ask nicely, he'll sometimes give the stuff back. He usually gives it back when I ask, but it sort of depends on how he's feeling.
I love that Agate's not even remotely phased by the fact that Arentha just asked if he had to kill her chipmunk.
Arentha just doesn't know how this chipmunk works.
not even remotely phased by that. Just like, oh no, it just works like this.
No, because if she kills the chipmunk, I will end her, and I know that in my heart. So
and I taught her how to kill.
Mistakes were made.
And can you ask Jasper for this? I fed it so much freaking food this morning to bring here. Could you ask for it back?
I'm going to. How much food did you feed him?
It was. I took everything on the table that wasn't on a plate.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to go over to hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone's here. I'm so happy.
The entire screen is taken up.
And of course, Derek gets out of frame as soon as I'm taking a screenshot. Get back in frame.
I am still in frame. Mostly.
Okay. So I'm gonna go over with Jasper to I'm gonna lay out a blanket in the corner, and I'm gonna I'm gonna try to not scare the children because I know this could be scary. And I'm like, okay, Jasper, hey, Arentha gave you a lot of food earlier. Would you mind? Could we have it back, please? And then he just vomits food onto this blanket.
And there are plates too.
He's mama birding.
Oh, there are plates.
You put the plates in there?
Yes, I put the plates in.
He's a mama bird. I love it.
I'm not gonna make him eat off the floor.
It's just a combination of
throat just go
Yeah, he just hacks up a fur ball, but it's all of breakfast.
The kids look varying degrees of horrified to fascinated. And one of the little ones sort of starts toddling forward, just overpowered by the smell of bacon and bread, beans, porridge, stew,
Brussels sprouts.
This
is
and
actually
sausage. Don't forget the sausage.
This is actually a Jesus moment. 8 loaves of bread and fish.
If only we had a clerk.
One chipmunk. So I'm gonna, as we see the kids coming, I'm gonna whisper to Marantha, maybe next time we pack lunch, we should like put it in something first. That might be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know how this little creature works. I just put it in there and
That's true. I think you both tried your best. I know that Jasper worked very hard to keep all that breakfast ready for the children.
Yep.
Jasper
Eats
looks
orphans.
I'm sure
Okay.
she tried her best.
Can I also just say that Derek's picture is just an aesthetic right now?
It is.
With
It's
like
a very good
the
aesthetic.
White t-shirt on white background with white man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he's doing like an Apple promo.
Interviews for a tech.
Yes, he's on the dark side.
Alright, so basically we
No,
had...
type it out so we can keep moving.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you.
You
Alright.
got it.
Alright, so as you are all eating, or you're really watching these 11 children just stuffing their faces, there are no sausages present at this table. None.
Shame.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I can't beat the DM. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Derm had the only sausage in the house.
Eric, basically you missed 20
Story
minutes
of
of
my
dick
life.
jokes.
Okay, I would like to say for the record that Durham made none of the sausage puns. All of the sausage puns were made at Durham.
Yes, Orentha made all the
Stating for the
sausage
record.
puns.
I did not.
You asked Durm for a
absolutely
sausage.
Okay,
And
I
then
think
Trindak was sad because he didn't get Durm's sausage.
And then I shared it with him.
And then you shared the Durm sausage with Trindak.
The exact
Moving right
statement-
along.
All
The
right.
exact statement I believe was, "Hey Durham, I'll trade you a really awesome adventure for your sausage."
You can
think that
come,
was
but
the
only if
exact
I can.
same-
But only if it's about this long.
I did say that.
All right. Let's just go through it really quickly because now we've got
see me.
people. The orphans practically inhale the meal. I assume Jasper picks up after himself.
Yeah, he takes all the plates back.
Okay, awesome. The plates are essentially clean. The orphans have pretty much licked them to get every last bit of food off. And then it sort of seems like they become a lot more furtive and quieter. Like now that they have gotten out of the sort of stress of not having food, now there's food in their bellies, and they're starting to sort of watch the back wall where it gets darker and more, rough. So there's clearly holes, and Zelaerys sort of looks towards it.
I think that's where all the critters all the past couple of weeks have been coming from. This general area. I tend to hear them first before we see them. But that's where they come from. What do you guys think?
Are they just rats?
Most of the time they've been rats. Sometimes they've been insects. But most of the time they've been rats.
How large are we talking?
Rat-sized?
How large is rat size?
Have you ever seen a rat, Trindak? They're like this big.
Alright. I'm just making.
These are giant
Well, at
rats.
Oh, they are giant rats. Shit, so we are dealing with rodents of unusual size. Alright.
Again.
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
they're giant rats technically.
Alright, so
if
I
might
missed that then.
inquire,
They're big. They're very big.
what is the building made of?
That is a good question.
It's a mixture of stone, some kind of brick and mortar. It's basically like an amalgamation. The wall itself is a combination of adobe and
The wall itself
stone.
is what?
The wall is kind of a combination of adobe and the odd stone.
Oh, okay. So some sort of rammed earth, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm getting is that it's not made of wood.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, not that. Sorry, am I like posting things I shouldn't be posting?
You're good.
Okay.
No, you're fine.
All right. I keep hearing sounds and I'm moving things around that I shouldn't have done.
So was there a hole in the wall, or is it just room?
It seems so. Let's just move you, and we'll keep the orphans where the orphans are. So now it seems like this sort of back wall has a lot of different. So this back wall right here, this is where you came in, and the back wall has a combination of sort of flat places, darker places, cubby holes, nooks, crannies. It's basic. This might be a bit bigger than it actually is, but no, it's not. It's fine. It's a place that has clearly been there and may have at some point been a secret area, but it's not ever really been formed or taken care of. It's sort of been hollowed out by the people who are using it and not ever really been sealed. Does that make sense?
Alright, so do we knock down the wall or do we fill it?
I mean, I want the XP.
Well, if we
Yep,
fill it, won't
that's the only
that
way to get
just-
XP.
I
If we
am
fill
working
well,
on it.
These
I mean-
they're these 11 sacks of HP. I mean, orphans as well that we.
I mean, if we fill up the walls, won't that mean that the rats will just burrow their way through someplace else?
I mean,
can they
it
chew
could
through
be.
stone?
Alright, they could.
But it seems like it's not stone, it's just earth.
That's true. Can we see anything down the hole? Like, does it go straight or?
It's not. What's the hole? Sorry.
I thought, is this not a hole? Like the.
It's like a series of holes and other.
So that's the sort of entrance that's just deeper. It's sort of like the opening in the wall that allows you to sort of get down this little nook and cranny that's pseudo-subterranean.
Okay,
Does
so
that make sense?
we can't see.
So this is where you came in. This bit.
So
This is
where
you
has
first
the rats been coming from?
the other
Just
end.
everywhere?
So
Yeah, the top wall.
Oh, the top
Okay.
wall.
Okay.
Can you just indicate where on the map the? Oh, over there.
She has it, yeah.
I see. I see.
Ah.
Rats.
It's like whack-a-mole.
I mean, we could just like those who have burning hands could just stick our hands in the holes and smoke them out.
I want to punch something. What if we do that to smoke them out and then they come running out? And that's probably what you meant, isn't it? That they come running into the room and then we hit them. Yeah. Okay.
That is well thought out, Parenta. Very good.
I hope that works, because the past couple of nights it seems like every time I kill them, more keep coming back.
So that probably means you didn't kill all of them.
Joda, who's the older girl, pipes up and goes, and it's not always rats either. It's sometimes insects or just swarms and swarms of things.
But
So
why
would it be...
here?
And where are they coming from? If we just kill the ones that are in here, there might be more that come later.
Joda kind of folds her arms over her chest and goes, well, we don't really have anywhere else to move.
How wide is the hole? Are the different
It's a series of holes. Like, there's small holes, like mouse size, that things can come in through. There's a couple of bigger things. It seems like sort of, like when in the movies there's like a rock slide and stuff. It's not quite like that, but there's a lot of nooks and crannies, and it's not necessarily like it's not a wall so much as a collection of rock that has been placed.
Yeah. Okay. It's like unmortared brick.
Yeah, and then there is a sort of bigger. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to draw these. There's a sort of bigger hole right about here where it seems like it's darker, and most pallets seem to avoid that area.
We should get the children out of the room while we do this. Either way.
Joda and the oldest boy, who seems about Agate's age, start filing the other children out.
Yeah. At this point, Cyrenixia arrives, escorted by, I'm assuming, like one of the other orphan people.
Yep.
Hello. I'm sorry that I was late in arriving. My business kept me occupied elsewhere.
Hello, Cyrenixia. We haven't started our business yet, but we're about to.
Don't worry, Cyrenixia. We're just killing rats to protect orphans. It's totally morally unambiguous.
Normal car wash is definitely not laundering money for my meth lab.
We won't mention that Agate thought we were killing the orphans.
Oh, Christ.
She wanted to protect the rats. Agate's an eco-terrorist.
I'm gonna take a peek through that hole. I just want to see if I see anything.
Perception check, please.
So I can see in the dark.
In an alternate universe, you saw everything. In this universe... In this universe, it looks like it goes a little bit further than you would first assume. It's not... You're not sure if it's a tunnel, or if, like, it's just... Yeah. In an alternate universe, you saw everything.
Gotcha. Okay, say that.
Should we light a torch and toss it to the bottom?
Sure.
Just to see? Okay, I'll take a torch and light it and throw it in.
The torch goes down. Physics people. At what point does it go out?
If it's a nice torch, it's not gonna go out. Like,
yeah.
Do you mean at what point does it? How far does it fall before it becomes invisible?
Yeah.
It's just falling down into.
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
30 kilometers.
Okay, it is not that deep.
Light in darkness can be seen from an extremely long ways away.
For miles.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say it is not quite 30 feet deep. It's not like a hole, but it sort of seems like basically the torch falls a little bit and then it starts rolling sort of out of sight, and so you can still see a little, but it's not like a hole that goes straight down.
Is there anything crawling around while the torch rolls past?
Shadows.
Like an Indiana Jones snake pit.
There is... Roll initiative.
We chuck fireballs from the top. This is a very in-depth network of tunnels present in this city. I wonder if this was built on a pre-existing city site.
Aren't we sort of aware that there used to be some civilization here? Like there's signs and ruins of things?
Yeah, but we didn't know that it was here, as in here on this site here.
So,
we just knew that on the continent.
I will say that what is on the official map is more like something that was generated, and so that all of the civilizations and cities that you saw on the map are not necessarily cities and civilizations. They may just be points of interest. So do keep that in mind on a meta level. As far as you are aware, so far, there is no, shall we say, acknowledged previous city that was here.
Yeah. Jomra's beginning to suspect that there was something down there.
That only makes sense.
Found.
Oh, Trindek, do you feel like rolling me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure.
For your claustrophobia?
I love when the GM asks, do you
Unless,
feel
are you just going to play that the way Cyrenexia plays her rage?
Well, I mean, I'm not entering the hole. I just looked into it.
Okay, cool.
This.
So
I mean,
you
this
sort of
space,
keep
I don't
track
think
of
I've
that.
experienced claustrophobia. Yeah.
All right, that was my meaning.
Yeah, it's more so like being in a really tight space as opposed to like, you know.
So I'll just let you
like,
know when something's
obviously I couldn't fit in there. Yeah.
I'll just let you know when something's about 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
It looks like there's a short drop and then a ramp. Anyone feel like going down?
I would be happy to.
I would be happy.
Wait, are you saying this is large enough for us to enter?
The hole?
Yeah.
How big is this hole?
It's good for like a child, but not necessarily an
A large armored dragonborn.
We can also make it bigger. We're not gonna send one person down.
We could.
It's a
Wait. Note to the awesome dungeon master. I think before we left on this endeavor, I would have set the house.
You would have what the house?
The house and not in Jasper.
You would have left
that just seems like a reckless.
Leaving. Sorry, you cut out every time you spoke
Leave
the
the
keyword.
chest.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I
House
thought.
instead of in
So,
chest.
Okay, yeah, you would leave it with Jambus.
Real quick, for the future, Maria and Sarah, check your Discord input volume, because I'm pretty sure that's the problem right now. It's because I've had this problem with Val, where because she talks quietly, she needs to put the input volume all the way up so that way it doesn't cut out, because it won't register the right decibel amount.
So where is...
You're saying I should be louder?
Yes.
How...
Go to settings in the bottom left and then go to voice and video, input volumes there.
Yeah.
Voice and video. See, because the thing is... Oh, no, my input volume is pretty high. So I'm not going to worry about it, because on the recording it ends up being very loud.
Input sensitivity. Does that make a difference, guys?
Yeah, input sensitivity, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make it super sensitive.
Yes.
Like
we will
agate.
hear all the chips.
Crunch.
Why mute buttons exist?
I'm gonna take a chip and eat it.
Very intense operatic music playing.
All right. We'll just leave it where it is because I'm terrified to mess something up while I'm technically recording. All right, where were we at?
Are we gonna make the hole bigger?
Going down.
Well, okay. So what happened was I just clarified that the chest is not an agate because that would. No, of course it's not an agate. It's not an idea. And now I'm gonna send Jasper down the tunnel.
All right, Jasper starts. It is rather steep, and I'm not sure that hamsters have spider walking, which would allow
Is
them
it
to
steep
be
the whole
basically
way, or just for the start?
just for the start, based on the.
Teleport Jasper into and out of space to land at the bottom.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I don't know it's slanted or anything, so I'm gonna send Jasper right down, slide all the way to the bottom.
I mean, they're so light that they don't really get hurt when they fall.
That is true.
Drop him off the
Yeah.
Empire State Building, he'd be fine.
It'd be close.
He actually would.
Well, I mean, chipmunks are a little bigger than mice. And it takes about
Cats are okay.
no, they're
Can't
No,
do that
If
with
they
a cat.
fall,
Yeah.
if they fall farther than 7 stories, they are okay. If they fall between 3 and 7 stories, they will be horribly injured.
What?
Really?
I don't believe that.
Well, so what happens is
Later.
It seems like they get,
Later.
Later.
If you want to fight things, it needs to happen soon.
Down the hole.
Okay.
And it must be properly researched and experienced.
Bye, Jasper.
All right, good night, everyone. Jasper's dead. Long live Jasper. All right, are you looking through Jasper's eyes?
Yeah, once he gets to the bottom.
Does Jasper have dark vision?
Does an undead chipmunk start to-
He has.
I
eyes
guess
that
an
can
undead
see light.
chipmunk technically has dark vision, especially
I mean-
since his eyes are glowing blue.
Yeah.
So he has dark vision.
No, he doesn't have dark vision, he has flashlight eyes.
All right.
Same thing, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Can you make a perception check for...
Yes. And Jasper doesn't really have time to see around.
That's actually a 9, because Jasper has +3 to perception.
Okay. Jasper doesn't really have time to look around that much because there is a very large amount of crawling things that are starting to swarm around him.
Oh no, poof him back.
I get out of Jasper and I bamf him back.
Okay. Jasper banks back into your hands.
I'm
And
so
all of
sorry.
you with perception 12 and above can now hear clicking.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes, I hear that.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
There's a lot of clicking going on down there.
let's
I would like to
probably
snap my
hear it.
fingers and 4 glowing lights shoot off down the tunnel to illuminate
dancing light.
this space.
I
Okay.
imagine there's also a bit of torchlight.
At this point, you can only...
Also the torch.
Actually, good point.
Oh, are they coming up
Weird
towards
video.
us?
They are starting to come up towards you.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not
course.
bothered with that. Especially if we can already see with the torch down there, since it's only 30 feet.
So they're climbing up the tunnel towards us.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Alright.
I'm just gonna fucking Eldritch Blast down the tunnel.
AoE that shit.
Okay. Roll me a thing with the stuff.
Yeah. If there's time, I'll
What are
blast
you saying?
fire
Initiative
down the
or
hole as
saying-
well.
That hits.
Or-
Roll for damage. And... Okay, hold on. Alright, go ahead. Cernix, as you're looking down.
I'm firing as well. Sounds good. Probably not gonna hit.
That one doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So... Sorry, I'm just trying to... I didn't prep this exactly. Okay. Anyone else doing anything before we start?
Yeah.
Preparing.
I'm gonna. I'll cast Flaming Sphere, just in the hole.
Nice.
Okay.
I'd also
Bowling
like
ball?
you to know that Trindak is just standing behind you three, just being like,
Nope.
just like, what the hell? This is cool.
All right, and Jamra, I will let you do your flaming sphere, and then we'll just roll initiative for sake of sanity.
Sure. And I'm just going to conjure it sort of right blocking that hole so that if they want to come out here, they need to go walk through the ball of death.
Okay.
So we're doing the opposite of a bottleneck, where we're encouraging them to use every other hole.
Yes, actually.
Why would you say something like that?
Sorry, I was a fool.
Behold, the DM did not realize that was a thing. Now the DM hath realized that this is a thing.
Oh, I was going to figure out how to make it work. You guys aren't getting away
it
with
makes
it.
things better.
Yeah.
The
I'm
DM's goal is to
conflicted
make us have as much fun as possible.
Conflicted
No.
between being a reasonable player and sassing my boyfriend.
You
Sass
chose
the boyfriend.
sass like a fool.
I did.
It was the correct decision, let's be real.
10 fire
One
damage.
should always sass one's boyfriend.
Or one's
10
ex-boyfriend.
Or one's
That
ex-boyfriend,
too.
definitely.
That as well.
That works. All right, everyone, please roll initiative as
Can I use my second roll?
What is your second roll?
You reset the initiative order after I'd
Oh, I'm
already put
sorry.
my first.
Yes.
Oh, you are.
No. Yes.
Okay.
You owe me. You owe
No,
me.
it's fine.
I am leaving
I'm
tomorrow at
happy with 4:30
a.m.
4 is better. 4 is better.
I do not currently
Oh, I
have
didn't
control
select the
over my token.
Click on your token.
I am clicking on my token.
Oh,
It's
did
the
you?
same deal as me the other day.
I.
It fits my character.
Oh wait, now I
That's-
do. It's
Okay,
there.
that's
We're
weird.
fine.
And we'll just do. Okay. Technically. And it's just going to say Nyx, and it will theoretically say Nyx, and we'll figure it out.
Sorry, why is it?
Select your character, which you may not be
No.
able to. It's the theoretically dead one? Question mark. It's this one.
It's this green one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this one
Okay.
that just moved around. So click on it and then click initiative. For everyone else, make sure your hit points are up to maximum. Before
I
we
make
start,
that mistake every time.
It's okay.
Okay.
As long as you fix it by the time you get hit the first time.
I get second level spell slots next level. That would be nice.
Does anyone know off the top of their head how many spell slots I have? Because
2.
I think 2.
2 at this level.
Warlocks.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The
3
warlock
people that have played far too much Dungeons and Dragons.
No, just people that have played warlocks.
You only have
Oh, by the way,
700
you
hours
think-
of critical.
By the way, if you think that Agate being like, oh, if you kill Jasper is bad, Rashi actually murdered her familiar multiple times in an attempt to talk to her patron.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do
There was a
recall.
lot that happened with Rashi.
I want to talk to her.
that's dark.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean,
Ringer.
at that, pretty much she was trying to figure out what was going on with her daughter. And so a pitiful crow meant nothing, especially when it kept coming back to life.
I mean, because it's not really a crow.
No, it was a raven.
I rolled to
No.
break my raven's neck.
I want to talk to the Raven Queen.
No, it was just like,
Lol.
yeah. I love that character. She was very dark. I like Marwyn more. Marwyn is similar to Agate because she's based on Jester.
I miss Pock. Pock is the only happy character I've ever
Pock.
played.
Pop was nice.
I liked Pock.
I have a
We
happy
need to play with
warlock.
Pock.
think I'm the only person who actually has ever made a heavy warlock. His name was Darius. He was a hexblade warlock, and his whole thing was he literally found a magic sword in the cave, and the magic sword was like, "Hey, you want to go on adventures?" And Darius was like, "Yeah, that sounds fun." That's literally his backstory, and the whole thing is all of his warlock powers come from the sword and not from him.
Oh wow.
Did you get your notice being expelled from the Edgelord Society?
All right.
That was the point. I was like, "Nah, fuck you guys. I'm gonna make a not edgy warlock. Let's do this shit."
All right. So, Derm, aka Nyx.
AKA Derm.
AKA Derm. It's Derm, but like I'm not sure
The
how to
artist
really.
formerly known as Nyx.
Yeah.
I don't know why it says Nyx's name there because
I don't know.
It doesn't say anyone else's name's there, and it's not even Nyx anymore. Maybe,
Look,
whatever.
we all know Nyx is there. We just can't see it.
All right.
In fairness, you don't actually
Renta,
know whether or not he's there.
who's
and that's
Nyx?
the fun part.
But
okay.
yeah, Derm, that for some reason is saying Nyx, and we'll worry about it later, Ryan, if you end up continuing to play Rin.
When it's important, which it never will be. Derm is going to draw his rapier, and he is going to move. Can you show me where the rats are on this map? Are they coming out of the hole?
They are not. There is currently something in the hole that is coming up.
Okay. Yeah, so what he's going to do is he's going
to. And
to
I'm trying to find pictures for them, so thank you for reminding me.
Here-ish, I think. He's drawing his rapier, and he's going to hold his action until something comes out of the hole, is what he's going to do.
That tiny little blue thing is where they're coming through.
Cool.
So
he's just going to hold his action until something comes out that's in his melee range.
Derm is holding action. Orentha?
I'm going to have to do the same. I'm going to stay where I am. Right there.
Okay.
And I'm just going to hold my action to attack when they come out of the...
Fantastic. Agate.
I would like to... So have any of the rats come out of the hole yet?
You know there are insects, not rats.
I'm gonna shoot another Eldritch Blast down a hole.
Okay, roll to hit, please.
This is in the way. Oh no.
You should also probably be standing next to the hole.
It's 120 feet. I'm just gonna fire it across the room.
Well, doesn't the hole go down?
Shoot. Can't cancel. Save changes.
What?
I almost deleted Jamra.
Well,
it's not enough that you die.
Why is it always me that gets...
But now everyone gets around anyway.
We haven't even really started combat, and I'm already being killed off.
Right.
You are the chosen one, Jamra.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. I Eldritch Blasted.
Okay. It does not hit. It sort of ricochets off the sides, fruitlessly. Alright. Zelaerys, or was there anything else you wanted to do, Agate?
After that, I'm going to... Can I use my bonus action to look around the room and see if there are any more openings?
Yes, there are many. There's one here-ish. They're smaller, but there's one there. There's one there. This wall isn't quite as straight as I made it out to be, so there's one here. Pretty much, it's all available for attack.
I'm gonna move to this wall, and I'm gonna keep an eye on that hole.
Okay, great. Zelaerys?
I think I'm just going to stay where I am for now. Just where I am, and just get my scimitar ready for when they all come out.
Sounds good. At which point, the swarm starts swarming out and begins to envelop
Where does the swarm out from?
the hole.
Okay,
It begins to envelop Orentha.
It's going to take more fire damage.
Okay, can you let me know how much that is?
Sure, it passes straight through the sphere.
Okay,
So I don't think it gets a save if it just moves through the area.
I'm sure.
Sounds just super weird.
6, I think.
Still weird.
No, it should still get the save to be able to dodge around it.
Especially because
Even
they're
if it's-
tiny
Okay.
creatures technically that are swarming, but we'll see.
Dexterity saving throw.
Not that it's that high.
Give me the dex save.
20.
Ooh, nasty.
Then it will. Then it'll take half damage, so 4.
Okay. And
And I whack it.
Oh, that's where it is. And you whack it. Whack it.
Ah.
It's around your legs pretty much right now. That hits. Roll for damage, please.
It's taken a billion years to load. 6.
Yeah. Okay.
And I stab it.
You don't seem to be close enough, Derm.
Oh, okay.
But
That's fine.
Cyrenexia is. Derek?
Yes. Oh. Gotcha.
You're close enough unless you weren't holding your action.
I was throwing fire bolts down. I haven't had an action yet to hold.
Right, you were going last. Okay, sorry. So, Derm wasn't close enough, sorry. And then as you are standing there, Agate, you had the right idea. As a swarm starts coming out through here and envelops you.
Okay. Do I get an attack of opportunity or?
No, it doesn't leave your space yet. So really quickly, let me start color coding these. This one's going to be orange. The one on Orentha is going to be not that. The one
What
on
sort of insects are these?
These are a combination of beetles, centipedes, and then coming from this end. Ooh. Right up here, agitated by all the sound, is wasps.
Oh,
good.
So yellow is wasps, red is beetles, orange is centipedes.
Oh,
All right.
I feel like I lucked out with the Beatles.
You did.
Okay, so the beetles are going to attack Orentha. 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Jeez Louise. 11 damage.
Whew. I guess there are a lot of us.
Yes. There are 6 of you. All of the stuff means
There's 7
nothing.
of us.
Yes, you're right. That's terrifying. Well, I wasn't sure if you were showing. Oh, no, I lied. I lied. It is just 5 hit points because it has half of its hit points. So, you only lose 5. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And
That's
then,
cool.
yeah.
I'm better.
Swarms are cool. Alright, Agate, these centipedes are going to swarm you and start biting. Does a 14 hit? Agate?
Well, I transfer you to another operator. Yes, it hits.
That's another 11?
So do I take 11 points of damage?
Yes.
R.I.P.
And this swarm is going to go straight towards Jumra. And somehow it is locked to grid, but it is swarming in your space. I don't
I can
understand.
just move myself
Control if
there.
you
if
can
that-
unlock it to grid, I
Okay.
think.
That's
when you
fascinating. Okay.
Or alt. Alt.
So they roll. Wait, what did they? +3. I assume that hits.
It does.
Okay, that's 10 damage. I'm rolling so well.
Okay. Do swarms get attacks of opportunity?
We don't know.
I mean, but it's not necessary. That's not really something that we would know. That's like an in-game thing. That's sort of a mechanical
it's more of a mechanical question. I'm gonna say yes for simplicity tactic. I don't.
If it doesn't say
it's a
on
swarm.
their feet, it acts like any other creature.
Yeah. So
any other
yes.
creature would get an attack of opportunity if you leave it space. So yes.
Okay. Because they apparently aren't. They apparently don't suffer attacks of opportunities from us. So that's why I'm trying to.
They should.
Do they not?
Didn't Maria say before when it?
It didn't leave her space.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
It's still swarming her.
Yeah, it didn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
So, how do melee attacks work in overlap space?
Perfectly fine, I think.
Melee is fine.
There's not any difference.
Unless there's a specific thing in the rules for the monster, so we don't know. But unless for the mechanics purposes, unless there's something specifically in the rules that says if you hit the creature, you also hit the thing the creature is holding on to, then you can still hit it and you won't damage to the person's development.
Pretty much assume that you're not going to hit the person in the space that you are attacking unless you roll a natural 1.
Okay, fair enough.
So don't fuck it up. Is the point of the story.
Thanks, RuPaul.
All right. Trindak.
Alright, well, seeing these atrocities come up, I'm gonna go and help Agate, because it's looking like they're covered over in the top right. So I'm gonna go to Agate and start trying to swing about. And I refresh so I can bring
the fly swatter.
Yes, that is how this shall go, as long as I don't roll a natural 1. Oh, I rolled a natural 1! Oh,
incredible.
I'm so happy.
This is how Agate dies. Murdered by
Oh, I hate it.
But wouldn't it be funny if, like, his sword slipped and killed by Chipmunk?
And then he would immediately be killed by Agate.
Roll me a D2, Trindak.
A D. Oh,
actually,
boy.
a D3. Roll me a D3.
What does this mean?
Roll D.
All right, roll for damage really quick. For
Okay.
that great axe.
You didn't rage, so it's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah, I didn't rage.
But this could still be really bad.
Agate is down.
Oh.
Oh, man.
incredible.
Oh no.
Trindak reaches forward, starts slashing, and somehow manages to trip over his own feet and send the great axe flying into Agate. Jasper jumps off her shoulder and starts chattering. Serenixia, you see this atrocity be performed.
I believe Jamra goes first.
I do.
Oh,
the
why?
order's just weird.
I don't know why I did that. Jamra, I'm sorry.
So she's on the ground right now. Is that swarm flying or is that swarm on the ground?
It is a centipede swarm.
Okay.
So it's all over me.
Here's a rules question. Do downed allies take damage from AoE from allied AoEs?
I believe it's just creatures within the area.
Yeah.
And they would still count as
down creatures, which would create failed death saves.
Yeah.
And because she's down, she wouldn't get a save.
Yes. Okay.
Shit.
So I'm not going to do that then.
Oh shit, guys! What if I die?
You won't die.
You're fine.
I hate this.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my. So as my bonus action, I'm gonna send my sphere to smack the one that's over here.
Okay, with Arentha.
Yeah,
ahead.
so that needs to make a reflex save.
Do I need to make a reflex save?
Not by the wording of the spell.
Okay, thank you.
3.
No, it fails. Why can't I just have it automatically reroll?
Well,
Oh shit.
so you move the.
That's
You messed up the slash.
What? What happened?
there. It is 8.
What happened?
He messed up the slash.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's 8 damage. Fire damage.
Okay, cool. The swarm is eradicated. I will just delete it. I'll just move it off screen so we know it still exists. But Orantha is also technically attacked by this flaming sphere?
I don't think so.
It's unclear. It says you move the sphere 30 feet and you ram the sphere into a creature.
Into a creature.
Yeah.
Listen, my point is, if we're going to be really specific with how the attacks opportunity works, such that a swarm of insects can know that there's a vulnerability from moving away from them, then we should also be really specific with how attacks in general work, in which case it only targets one creature.
Yeah, especially
That's
since
fair.
if melee is able to work like that, then I don't see why a spell shouldn't be able
Okay,
to.
sounds good. Alright, that works.
And then I'm going to move over here. Does that trigger an attack of opportunity, moving out of its square?
No,
Okay.
for sanity's sake.
And I will do Burning Hands on this one.
Okay.
So it needs a
quick
reflex
spell. Wait, real quick, what kind of sorcery?
No, it's just bonus action for the flaming spear once it's already up.
Oh, I forgot about that.
save. Yeah.
What kind of sorcerer are you?
I am a what's it called? I have it written on the front.
I assume I'm doing a DC.
I have the noble genie bloodline.
Oh, very
That's
nice.
an 8, Jamra.
That
Since-
fails. Yes, that
okay,
fails.
Cool.
So it takes 11 points of fire damage,
Wonderful.
which I don't target on that one as well. And then I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the hit. I'll go. Oop, oop, oop.
Okay.
Also, I think if their reach is 0 feet, which I think it might be, then leaving their reach would be leaving the square that they're in.
Okay,
That's
hold
what I
on.
asked
Let's
before.
double check.
Yeah.
Well, since
'Cause
he's
it's
leaving... No, you're right. It is 0 feet. So... But were you going to leave... You were going to leave anyway, so...
I was going to
fine.
leave. That's why I wanted to know for the order of operations for the attack.
We'll keep the order of operations,
Yeah.
and you're getting hit with 20 seconds.
Up?
Are you up?
No, I'm not up, but I'm not dead.
He's very
Oh,
down.
Oh my god.
I'm.
Okay.
So that's fun.
Wait, didn't you... Hold on. So when that last
You have
swarm...
shield, which
you
doesn't
did
help
take...
because it's a crit.
I don't.
Jamra, didn't you take 10 damage from their previous attack?
Yes.
Okay, then you took 24, but you're still not below...
So I am at negative 13. My death number is negative 15. Please don't make this the 4th time.
Well, now you're at 0. Now you're at 0.
Or never have negative hit points. You just step
You
at
don't-
0.
we don't
They
do
have
negatives
another
anymore?
15
Okay.
damage.
Nope,
Derek,
that's
he
not
does
a
have
fight.
negative... Hold on. He does have negative on that first hit. So if he had been taken 15 below his however much it is, then that would have been automatic. But it only happens, like, basically if you get hit, it's the Keyleth death. It's the
I
goldfish
understand.
death.
I know exactly what rules you're talking about, and you're interpreting them slightly differently, but we're not disagreeing.
Yes, okay. Moving on. Cyrenexia. 2 of your comrades are down.
Yep. As there's another person in the party that can heal right now. I'm gonna come over here and dump.
Oh, I fall down over here then, right?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we
I'm
have a
gonna
druid.
dump 9.9 hit points into Agate.
Okay,
With
Agate
healing word.
has 9 hit points.
Who's
healing word.
the other one that can heal?
Zelaerys.
druid.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Oh wow! This is a really weird D&D group. It just hit me how many of us are dating or have dated.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
everyone in
Very
this group.
incestuous.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well, actually,
it's
yeah,
all
no,
pairs.
there we go.
It's partners, former partners. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, but like, it's still very, very good friends.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, that's Mike's girlfriend. That's actually doing all this cool stuff.
And that's my whole turn.
All right. Not that
Agate,
like,
you're conscious again.
all right, not that Val, you are Mike's girlfriend, but Mike was like, who can heal? And I was like, your girlfriend, duh.
I wake up and I give Trindak a death stare.
I'm so sorry.
I
Derm.
also am not focused on that right
Alright, Derm sees that Agate is now back up and is going to go try to help out there. He's going to move here. He pulls a dagger with his other hand. He's going to use his action to take a swing with his rapier at the people, or not at the people, at the insects. See how this goes.
We are killing the
that's a
rats,
14
not
to
the
hit.
orphans.
That's
14
to
hits.
hit.
14 hits.
For 4 plus, because it's engaged currently, plus another 4, so 8 piercing damage total. Bonus
Okay.
action, he's going to take a swing with the dagger.
Light weapons.
23, wow, that's
That
a good roll.
hits.
For another 6 piercing damage.
That definitely hits. All right, that is good. That is good. That is good.
And that is Nyx's turn.
I just like Sarah to
Or
know
not Nyx's turn,
that,
fuck, it's turn. So I was looking at the turn order.
that in your situation you gave me an alive stare and not a death stare. So
You're right.
Orentha.
Okay, Aranta's gonna move 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh shoot. Hold on. They have resistance to piercing damage, so that
Of
becomes
course they
5 instead of 10. Thank you for reminding me.
So it takes 7 damage. So for me, because I only did piercing, it takes 7 instead of 14.
No, it takes 5 instead of 10. Oh no, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, you're definitely right. I'm sorry. That was an idiot thing.
You're good. It's confusing because I don't actually know how to include sneak attack in the attack roll on this character sheet, so I'm just kind of doing it separately.
Yeah, that's fine. Orentha, that hits. That also hits. Which one are you attacking?
The one by
Jamas.
genre.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that's an 8 to punch, which I'm sure does not hit.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
And then I'm gonna do. Sorry, my character sheet is too small. Right. Please load. What can I do with key points?
You can attack a second time.
I know, but I have a drunken monk thing that won't load.
Hang on, I can pull it up.
I think it's after I use Flurry of Blows. I can disengage for free, but I'm not
Yes.
I believe
you did
we're
do
correct.
that.
You did that last time. You can do that.
sure. Okay.
But I will say you're not technically engaged with them right now since their reach is 0 feet.
Oh. I'm gonna turn around to the one that's attacking Agate and then Flurry of Blows that one.
Okay.
Flurry of bows.
Flurry of Blows.
I think technically you have to declare Flurry of Blows before you make the bonus action unarmed attack.
I'm not gonna worry about
Yeah.
that. Who cares?
I'm not worrying about it now, but for the future, I think technically, because it says you use your bonus action to make 2 attacks with Flurry of Blows.
I just
So
don't
if
think
we've
I
already-
remember.
I thought it just
Yeah,
added on one
um,
more bonus action attack.
Yeah,
It is,
I
but
don't
I've played in a
interpret
lot
that
of
as-
games that allow people to just do it after the fact. So
I always assumed it was after the fact, so we are just going to
Yeah.
do it. Assume after the fact.
it's fine. It doesn't really matter.
That hits.
Nasty. Look at this shit.
Because we all know marshals are so OP.
You're not wrong.
All right. Roll for damage, my dear.
It's going. Wow.
That was.
Does it automatically roll the crit?
No, it didn't automatically roll the crit. So roll
automatically
one more
rolled the
d4.
crit.
No, it
I'll roll
didn't.
2d4.
Yes, it did.
No, it
Yes,
didn't.
it did. That's the
Yes, it
4
did.
plus
That's-
1. The
There's-
first die roll was a 1 plus your dex
Oh,
was 3. So
you
that's
rolled
4.
2 natural ones. Jeez.
That's real unfortunate on a
Incredible.
crit. That's real unfortunate.
That's the
Damn.
worst crit.
But if I try again, it's 6.
Well, I mean, you get one. It's actually 9 if you try again. But you do get a second strike, don't you?
No, because I'm not at 5th level yet.
Oh.
No, because didn't you use your bonus action for Flurry of Blows though? Because you didn't.
Okay,
you didn't...
I did short sword, unarmed attack, and then I flurried of blows for another one.
Oh, okay, got you.
So I did 3 attacks, even if it's not in the right order.
Okay.
That's all good.
Fine. I'm so disappointed. Alright, Agate.
Yeah, me too.
That's real unfortunate. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, friend.
Fine, I'm gonna get another drink.
Round me still kind of living.
The ones that are swarming you are alive, yes.
I wake up again and I'm in the middle of centipedes. I'm gonna freak out and cast Armor of Agathis around me immediately.
Good idea.
Nice.
Oh, that's brilliant. Ooh, that's
Yeah,
brilliant. Good. I've never been able to bring myself to use that. Keep going.
Do I
Alright.
need to do anything? I immediately have like this frozen armor around me, and like some of the centipedes are like getting a little frosty.
Get that extra 10 hit points, extra 10 temp HP.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Alright, Zelaerys.
Okay, I'm going to move to approach the swarm over here. And were you saying that like we have to be like in the actual square to attack?
No, you
Okay.
don't. They do.
In your square.
Okay, gotcha. I'm just going to slash with my scimitar
Okay.
and see what happens.
Wait, hang on. My bonus action to get not fucking prone.
Yes, that is your movement.
That's your movement, half of it.
You are no longer prone. Alright, Zelaerys, roll to hit. Roll for damage.
Jeez, crit city.
Amazing. Good job. I'm so proud of you.
I'm really glad you're all inverting my critical fail.
It's okay, Mac. Your rolls are sacrificed to make everyone else's rolls better.
Yes, and almost to sacrifice Agate.
Wait, you were hitting.
I was actually sacrificed.
Yeah, he's still bleeding out on the
I'm
ground.
still down.
Oh, shoot.
Get off of me. Oh.
As I'm bleeding out on the floor.
Oh,
Yeah,
yikes.
that's fine.
I didn't realize that.
You should-
Okay,
well,
here. We'll just X him out for now.
This could be
As a visual
This could be about to be really bad.
as a very
Okay, he's died a
visual
lot before.
reminder.
He's already died 3 times.
My bad.
It's fine.
Stabilize him. Can you stabilize as a bonus action?
Nope.
No.
That's an
Nope.
action unless you have the. No, it's an action
feet.
regardless, actually.
They're
Yeah,
going
okay.
to swarm there and there. So,
Oh, you
The
are a benevolent
centipedes-
god.
no, I'm not. I just went to the closest one. I really wanted Agate to get hit.
You could have had those form jammer and instantly cause him to fail a death save.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Well,
It's, you
do
know, it's fine.
the
I've almost killed Jamra enough
Why are
times
you
that I'm
all
just not going
advocating
to.
for me to die?
Okay, fine. They will
I'm
add.
just saying the the wheel of misfortune is gonna turn to you at some
No,
point.
they-
Alright.
we're just jealous he made so much money.
Oh,
I haven't spent.
Okay. It's
a
actually
copper.
going to Orintha. And then the other one is
No, attack
also-
that guy. He's down.
is still going to Cyrenixia, so I chose as the dice was going to go.
I would
Okay.
like to bite her shin.
You may do so, Orentha.
Yes.
Does this hit? 10.
No.
Okay, and Cyrenixia does 20 hit.
no, it doesn't, because I'm going to cast Shield,
Fantastic. That is the
Ooh.
swarm's turn.
boosting my AC to 21.
Fantastic. Trindak! Try not to kill Cyrenixia, please.
Well,
My armor class is 21.
Yeah, armor
You're
class
gonna
is
roll
20.
pretty well to hit me.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna hesitantly swing around Cyrenixia and see if I can hit the swarm. Please, God. Okay.
That hits.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
Yay.
Ah, this is so
7
joyful.
damage.
Which is halved.
That you said they're resistant to piercing.
And slashing.
Oh, and slashing.
And bludgeoning.
Okay, yeah, they got the whole, yeah.
Yep. Jamra, death save, please.
Whoa. You know what I'm gonna get?
Natural
I'm
20.
gonna get a periaptic wound closure. Be the first magic item I get.
Hey!
Tremendous.
I'm down. Bum, bum,
Alright.
another one bites dust.
Cyrenixia. No, you don't understand, Ryan, how unlucky Jack is with his death saving throws.
I'm getting this periapt. It's the first thing.
Oh, you're not getting the psychic paper?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna step
I already
away.
have my authorization. Agate gave it to
It
me.
can attack me if it wants.
Okay, it will.
Yeah.
May fail.
Critically, in fact.
And then I will blast it with a firebolt now that I'm away from it, so it, well,
Okay.
Rip.
unsuccessfully.
Incredible.
I will
The
step back
swarm-
into it.
Okay. The
Well, you
swarm
got what-
does some level of damage to itself due to its natural failure.
It's natural.
Bugs run into each other.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Durm.
A couple of the rats bang heads.
Derwin's gonna stay right where he was and do the same thing that he just did. So rapier strike first.
Melee life
That's a
healing.
no.
That does not hit.
Bonus action dagger. That's
That
better,
does hit.
which will give me the snurkaturka that I was looking for. So that's 4 piercing plus. Fuck, 1. So 5, so rounded, so 2 piercing damage.
Alright, thank you. Rinsa.
Is there a swarm on top of me? Is that why I
Yes.
can't see myself? Well, then I shall attack that.
Nope.
Oh, shit, sorry.
What's
Did
happening?
you say it's resistant to piercing damage?
Piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing.
Okay.
Is correct.
Okay. Arantha is going to spend her turn doing a medicine check on Jamra.
Okay.
Don't be pleased.
She's gonna kill me.
Come on,
Take that
crit
dude and
fail.
shove a dagger in his chest.
I can't see what anyone's rolling, so I may have to refresh. Did you roll
Did
something?
you roll something?
I pushed the button and it's.
Wait,
Oh,
it
okay.
just
There we
popped
go.
up. It just popped
Okay.
up.
Jamra is stabilized.
Okay.
Yay!
And I'm guessing I can't do a bonus action attack because I didn't take the attack action for my action, so I'm gonna stand there.
Okay. Agate.
I
Eldritch Blast only has one target.
so I can't use it at a swarm.
No, you can. I'm saying you can point it towards the swarm and not hit the people they are swarming.
Okay, I see. Well, I'm gonna go up to the swarm here, take my brilliant dagger, and stab something.
Okay. Wait. What?
You cut out a little bit.
I have a dagger. I'm gonna go stab yellow or something.
Instead of using the Eldritch Blast?
Yes, I
Brand new dagger, and I want to try killing something.
Okay. That
I'm
works.
really glad it's not me.
Glad you're not slightly closer to me.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you do this?
did. It's just your dexterity, and then you're probably proficient in it. Because you're a warlock. And it's a simple weapon. No, dexterity.
That's a save, friend.
You do a dexterity check,
Click on the dexterity, the word dexterity in the box.
and then
There we go.
+2. Because you're proficient.
So 12.
Do I stab?
Does
That's
a 12
12.
hit?
Yes. No. Their AC is 12.
If
So
it
Then
is
yes.
12, then it
it
hits.
hits. Okay.
So I swing at this massive bug to like manage to skewer one of them.
Yes.
1d4 plus 1.
Nope. Did that wrong. Haha.
4 plus 1.
Plus,
Thank you.
Hey,
hey.
a 4.
Wait,
Half
I'm
to
not.
two.
I'm not seeing what that was. Oh, okay. There we go. Half
No,
to
it
2.
is.
That's perfect. Awesome.
Thanks, Saga.
All right, Zelaerys. Let's figure this out. What's your Constitution modifier?
12.
Okay, so that's a 1. So your total HP right now is 13.
13. Okay.
All right. What is your action?
Cool. I am going to, because Drummer's fine now, right?
Jamra is stabilized but has no hit points.
He's one of our only
Okay.
people who can do damage that these things aren't resistant to.
Yes. Okay, so I am going to
Oh, right.
Yes.
stay where I am and
Now.
use
I thought that was deliberate, Sarah.
That's why I was like, wait, what? With a dagger? You want to use your dagger?
Excited, guys.
wait.
It was very nice.
It was very much in character. It was good.
She almost died before she got a chance to use it.
That would have been very upsetting.
I gotta break it in.
Yeah, that's totally fair. All right.
Can I 'cause I was going to use healing word, but this is saying it is a bonus action. Can
That's
I?
good.
That's
that
good.
is a good thing.
Yes.
That means you can also attack.
With your
Okay.
sword.
So you can attack with your sword and then heal with your bonus action.
All right. So I'm going to move here, and I'm first going to attack the swarm over here
Okay.
with my
Roll
scimitar
to hit.
again. Let me go back. Oop.
Fantastic, that hits.
Yeah.
That does damage.
Awesome.
And
And now I'm going to use Healing Word on Jamra.
okay.
Make sure they're okay.
4 plus 1. Or actually, plus your spellcasting
Wisdom
modifier, which probably is
Wisdom.
3.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 3. Expect.
Ding.
How do you link to spells like that?
It just
You end up putting
does
the
it.
information in your in your spell book.
Oh, okay.
And then you just push
and
the
when you
cast
click
button.
it,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You can do it with abilities too. Like all my monk key points are done like that.
Your spellcasting ability modifier is, I believe, 2 or 4. Yeah, so it's 2. So plus 2 to that, I think.
So slash roll 1d4 plus 2.
Yep.
Stupid question. Where? Oh, never mind. Yep. Got it. Yes. Sorry, everyone.
Trindak, just mentally prepare for what you're doing. Okay, Jamra, you get 5 hit points. The swarm is going to reach out and bite Cyrenixia. That doesn't hit. The other swarm is going to reach out and bite Orentha. Does that hit?
No, it does not.
All right, Trindak.
Okay. I am going to attack the swarm on Cyrenixia again, and this time, because I wasn't used to using it yet, this time I'm going to use. I can't link that normally. Okay. Well, anyway, relentless. Well, so I put it in my features and traits, and I thought I'd be able to click and link it.
You should be able to, but we'll figure out how to.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it out. I'm gonna do that
Reckless attack.
onto the swarm on Cyrenixia.
Okay.
That's because, Mike, the reason why it's that is because you typed in relentless instead of reckless, but that's okay.
Ah, yes.
Anyway, that hits.
Eat.
I would like to point out, Mike, I
Roll
don't
for
actually
damage.
believe you've raged yet.
No, I haven't raged.
He's a gentle barbarian.
I can respect that.
I flip flop.
All right. Jamra.
He wakes up to Orentha slapping him in the face, trying to wake him up.
Cyrenixia and Orentha, how do you feel about fire?
I mean, I have resistance to it.
Does Orentha have resistance to fire?
I don't think so.
I am a human!
It is fire.
You're a monk,
can-
don't you have evasion?
Not
No!
until 7th
You're
level.
great at evading things. How much hit points do you have?
18.
Hey!
Cool. How are the swarms looking?
Very poorly.
You go. Fuck you! And I cast Burning Hands. On both of
As
them.
I kneel over you, making sure you don't die.
I will almost certainly fail this. You don't happen to have like that meta magic that lets you sculpt your spells, would you?
Nope.
That seems to consider it. Is this a
Both
dex
swarms
save?
succeed.
This is a deck save. Nope, but I do have the one that lets me reroll ones.
Both swarms succeed their dex save.
Hey Jack, what's your DC?
What's my
Oh,
DC?
yay! Very little damage, at least.
No, I'm gonna reroll it.
Okay.
What's my DC? My DC is 13.
Okay. So pretty much only Cyrenixia fails this.
Yeah, and Cyrenixia has resistance.
So everybody takes half damage.
So you were going to reroll.
I have empowered spell. I can reroll a number of the damage dice up to my charisma modifier. I will
so that's
reroll
all of them.
Oh,
And
he
I
can't
spe-
roll
I
much
spend
lower.
A spell point. Hey, max damage! Or no, almost
Not
max
quite.
damage.
Okay, that's
16 fire damage.
The swarm around Orentha has maybe a couple of insects left. The one around Cyrenixia is still comparatively very powerful, but not much.
Okay, and then I will get out of dodge.
All right, Cyrenixia.
Glad you're okay.
You're welcome.
I am going to try and cut it with my sword.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
3 damage. Woo.
It is now looking just as poorly as the last one. Derm.
So Durham is going to take his first attack at that swarm.
Okay.
Damn it.
That hits.
So 11 halved is 5 piercing damage.
All right.
That swarm's still up.
And that swarm is down.
Okay. Gonna move over here. Hit the other one with the dagger. As I can. It won't do much, but it'll do something.
That
18.
hits.
Wait, nope. Wrong thing. No, go
You're also
away. I don't like you.
So you do it with advantage if you're flanking?
Oh wait, no. Discard the 5, so that's 7 piercing damage.
And that swarm is gone. They both had 1 hit point left.
Lol.
Woo!
Clean it up.
Oh.
All right. So really quickly, just so we can wrap up, congratulations. Firstly, you succeeded in not killing each other.
Yeah.
That's important.
So really quickly, how do you want to resolve the rest of the situation? Everyone should send me what they wanted to do for... Or not everyone. Cyrenixia should send me what she wanted to do for downtime.
Okay.
And then Jack and you and I will talk. Let me calculate
what are you
XP
talking
right
about?
now. Economics.
We were talking about I was selling spellcasting services.
Like you do.
Apparently it was illegal.
It's not so much illegal as undocumented.
Okay.
But I have a pass now.
Do.
With a pat? Huh?
I have a
Discuss
pass.
later. I'm sorry.
Okay.
How are you cocking the thing?
Point before we leave.
I presume Trindak, he's a mason.
Yes, I am proficient in Mason's tools. I don't have the tools,
We could
You
get,
can
like,
come
I
back.
think.
cement and stuff at the store.
Okay.
So as Trindak is investigating the holes up to him, I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make my voice 3 times louder and to dim all the lights in the room, and I'm going to try to put my dagger to his neck.
Someone else needs to DM this. I'm not capable right now.
Please don't use my dagger.
I mean, you can theoretically do it unless Trindak's gonna try to run away, in which case he's gonna...
Roll for attack.
It's not really an attack so much as just it happens unless Trindak resists.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Unless he's
Okay,
trying to
fine.
hurt.
Oh, intimidation.
I can't take the 3 backseat DMs when I'm trying to get ready to go to bed. And everything just blocked.
Why did you try to kill me?
Agate, he did not mean you harm. It was an accident.
Me in the head with his axe.
Well, first of all, we don't really know if it was your head. But secondly, so hold on, does all this happen immediately, or is there like some rolling that has to happen?
Whether you...
Like,
I'm going to make an executive decision and request that someone else figure that out. Because it is about 20 minutes later than I thought it was going to be. And
Okay, we can just end it and deal with this later.
okay, that sounds good too. I'm sorry to cut it off so short. We will resolve it later. 250 experience to everyone.
Ooh.
Ooh, level 3.
Assuming, I mean, this assumes that you're cocking things and stuff.
Yeah.
And anything else that needs to be resolved can definitely be done as I am traveling. And Emily or anyone else who wants to DM, just let me know. And